upon us. It is here. What is up, everybody? We have made it. Are you ready for a good time? We've made it to another Smiggity Smack Friday Night Smackdown. Man, I don't know what to expect here. I know that we have the I know we have the Intercontinental Tournament. We got Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. We got Shinsuke versus AJ, but I don't know what else they're gonna do here. What else can they put on this show to really bump it a bit? I know that they're getting that mixed tag team match as well. Yeah, getting that. Got some things going on. Could be good. Could be great. It's gonna be one of these two. What is up, guys? How you doing? How's everybody doing? If you can hear me, say what's up. If you can see me, let me see you in the chat. Aw, yeah. What is up? What is up? Okay, you can turn the music down now. What? You're the DJ now? You know, just for that. Just for that. Play some more of the music for a second. There you go. There you go. All right. We got to finish the song. There you go. DJ Mo over here. He's spinning the ones and twos. It is that time, guys. Are you ready for a good time? Are you? I hope you are, because it is that time. Let's see what we got going on. What do we have? Is this working? Let me see if this is working. Looks like we have a...
As we honor their memory today, let us pledge that their lives, their sacrifices, their...
Oh, okay. Yep. We have begun doing a tribute to the troops type of opening here. I like that, man. I wish they do this more often, actually. DJ Mo spinning on the ones and twos. You are on YouTube. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I hope the hacker is on today as well. Ida in the house. What's up, Ida? Ida's in the house. Liam's in the house. What is up? Yes, we are live. We are live on YouTube. Why are you telling me that? Shouldn't I be live on YouTube? What's the difference? What's wrong? Is it good? Is the YouTube feed not going well or something? Why'd you bring that up? I'm a little confused and a little worried at this point. If the hacker isn't tonight, I'm done with it. That's what I said last week, but I kind of it's just a whatever at this point. Hopefully they have something good planned for it eventually, but I'm kind of not on the edge of my seat for it anymore like I was a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago I was like, "Yo, let's go. Who's the hacker? What's it going to do? What's it going to do?" The Smackdown looks good. Heck yes. Elijah, the fight card is looking pretty dang awesome. We got a mixed match. We got Otis and Mandy versus Dolph and Sonya. That's finally happening. I don't expect that to turn out very well. We got Shinsuke versus AJ. We got Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. It's gonna be some stuff, man. What else? Oh, Bayley and Charlotte. Are you ready?
Continues on Friday Night Smackdown on Fox, brought to you by
Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Let's find out what they're talking about. Yep. Charlotte versus Bayley. I hope that match is a good match. The Charlotte versus Bayley match.
Teams with their man, Mr. Money in the Bank Otis, to take on Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler.
And I really wish they would have picked a different song for SmackDown now, because that song gets copywritten so hard every single time. Like if I play more than 4 seconds of that, it's over. Yo. Oh my goodness.
I'm not finished with you.
Oh my goodness. The game maker is not finished with us. He broke the ring. You broke the ring? How are we supposed to have wrestling matches tonight?
What did I call him
How are we
last
supposed?
week?
How's SmackDown supposed to go on?
A disgrace.
No.
An embarrassment.
No.
Dude, GM
A
Punk,
clumsy,
yeah,
sweaty,
GM Punk. I
muttering,
like that.
stuttering, bearded mama's boy buffoon.
That's it.
Dude,
But Otis can't help. It's not his fault that
GM
he's all
Punk.
those things. It's the
GM
people
Punk.
around him, people that enable him. People like Braun Strowman.
dude, 1,000
Oh,
bits.
we're going there. Braun Strowman got into our business last week
Holy
when he
moly.
agreed to team with Otis against us, which is stupid. Braun Strowman is the Universal Champion. Otis has the Money in the Bank contract. He
Game
can
Maker,
cash in
thank you so
anytime,
much, man.
anywhere. It just makes no sense.
Like Becky Lynch choosing to have a child with Seth Rollins.
John,
Oh.
What? I wouldn't show my face around here ever again either.
Oh.
what's wrong with you?
Saying.
Look, Braun
Talking that
Strowman has
trash.
been given way too much credit. He doesn't deserve the Universal Championship. Well, I mean, why did he get a match with Goldberg at WrestleMania? It could have been anybody.
It could have been us.
Exactly. Dare I say it should have been us?
We are talking about a guy who was replaced in the Wyatt family by puppets.
Good point. Bray Wyatt had a choice. Braun Strowman or stuffed animals. He chose stuffed animals.
And I think Bray made the right call.
Agreed.
They're talking
And
that
now,
trash.
For a
What is this
Dirt
trash
Sheet
talking?
exclusive, we have uncovered some other Firefly Funhouse puppets that Bray Wyatt rejected, but still liked more than Braun Strowman. Meet Shiloh, the lonely laundry lass, whose
Shiloh.
quest of vengeance
Aw.
was ignited when her brother was eaten by their natural
Is she
enemy,
super
the
lonely, though?
Dryer.
Is she super lonely?
Strowman is such a loser.
We agree.
Yes, he is. And then there's Dookie the Diaper Boy. He doesn't look like much on the outside, but on the inside, he has a stench bigger and more powerful than Braun Strowman.
That's horrible.
Hey guys, we just wanted to drop by and say we're huge fans of the greatest tag team of the 21st century.
Be jealous.
And next up,
It was them.
I know what you're thinking. That's a mannequin, but that is no mannequin. That is Mandykin Rose.
Mandykin Rose.
Her superpower is that she whispers plans into Otis's ears that will soon trick Braun Strowman into losing the Universal Championship.
Like, not everything about Braun is a monster.
Oh,
Too far.
low blow.
Ouch. Wow.
Oh God. Well, you messed up. I'm so glad he got a new Titantron. His Titantron was looking so like just regular local talent Titantron for years. It just said Braun Strowman, and then it was like brown, and it was going Like even just the guys from down the street at AEW get better Titantrons than Braun had for so long. Nice to see them sprucing him up. It's got new merchandise, new Titantron. It's good stuff. Braun, oh my goodness. Braun scared them. He walked up to him and goes, Braun, and they both like jumped back. Oh my goodness. This is what WWE came to. Hey, it's the same stuff. Everybody does some lowbrow type stuff. It's wrestling, man.
What's up, boys?
What's up? Hi.
You know, you guys are kind of funny. And as much as I hate to admit this, Your show's not half bad. So thanks for having me on tonight.
Uh-oh, it's
I
Happy
gotta double
Braun.
check with the producers, but I'm pretty sure you're not booked.
No, he wasn't.
Look, I'm out here. So
He's
ask
Happy
me a
Braun
question.
tonight.
Go ahead.
You got one.
I don't have
Crocs.
one.
You said he wears
No,
Crocs
you-
sometimes.
Yeah, I got an idea.
Ringmaster.
Why
What's
don't
up,
you ask me
Ringmaster?
about Bray
Game
Wyatt
Maker, you said you
and
got the
his
new
puppets
you got the
and
new
Money in
belt?
the Bank?
You want to talk about Bray Wyatt? Do you actually think that Bray Wyatt is done with you? You taunted and teased Bray Wyatt with that black sheep mask. Look,
Yeah.
I fought Bray Wyatt. I had to deal with the sickness that is Bray Wyatt. And let me tell you something. Bray Wyatt sent me spiraling down into the lowest point of my life. And luckily I had John there to save me. But you're not going to be so lucky.
That's right, because you are not half the man that this man is. He might not be as big as you or as strong as you, but you will never be the man that he is. Oh, yeah. Look at you feel like a real badass, I bet, because you got lucky and pinned me last week during a tag match. Huh? Newsflash,
Yeah,
Braun,
you're right.
you get into the ring with MCMIZ, he's going to come at you like a bag of quarters in a
Wait,
strip club.
John,
Swinging.
He's
gonna get right
John,
up in your
let's
face.
let's simmer
It's
down.
swinging.
You know, every damn
Don't worry
word I've
about
been saying about you
He's
right
so-
now
John,
is 100%
John,
true. I got this.
Morrison is hype.
Come on.
Is that a challenge?
No, it's not.
Challenge accepted.
Damn it.
Hey, somebody get me a referee out here.
Oh, my
'Cause
goodness.
Miz, you're about to get these hands.
Good job.
How's that?
Good job,
That's a
Morrison.
headline for the Dirt Sheet, Corey. Strowman versus.
Good job, Morrison. You just booked your friend into a running power slam or two. That's nice. You know, with friends like that, who needs enemies? What the heck, man? I love it. I love it. It's a fun way for them to transition into a match, and it's Happy Braun too. So I think it's gonna be a clinic over here. It's gonna be a problem. Great. Thank you, Johnny Drip Drip. Morrison versus Braun for the belt. Do it, Gertie said. What? I would actually like to see that. The problem is they've what they've done with Morrison has shown he just doesn't have what it takes right now to beat big men. Like how he got tossed, how he got tossed out of the Royal Rumble in like -1 second by Brock Lesnar, and he just hasn't really had any singles stuff really. And then he got pinned last week by Braun. He's just not really a threat to those type of guys right now, at least. I would like them to build him up to be one, but it ain't happening right now. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, Miz is in trouble. Welcome everybody. How you doing? How is everybody? How's everybody's day going? I'm gonna leave Johnny Cage. I'm gonna leave John Morrison over here at his side because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be at ringside and get involved and stuff. So once they come back from commercial, I'm still leaving it. It is commercial break, by the way. How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's about a moveset. I just think that they've made him look kind of like not capable against big men right now. Like he does a really good job against people around his size, but big men seem to be his kryptonite right now. I wish Braun would make this for the title. Why would he give a universal title shot to Miz and Otis has to actually cash in for it? Oh my goodness. Yo, New Zealand. It's the Z. New Zealand IZ. That'd be kind of weird for him to give a title shot to Miz out of nowhere. Especially since what has Miz done recently? He's just been doing nothing but tag team division stuff.
I want you at home to know my hand is
touching your hand
for this gathering of the biggest
I want you to know.
of people in this country, in this universe.
Guys, I want you to know. I want you to know, guys, my hand is touching your hand. See if I can get this to work. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the host, guys. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of, it would kind of undercut Otis right now if somebody else just got a title shot out of nowhere. All right, I think we're back. I felt like I was already back though.
Well, listen, Miz should be commended for being man enough to stand up to the Universal Champion.
Well, just delivered a right hand. Miz got him with the shot.
Up.
We are back.
Beautiful go behind by the much quicker Miz, and another jab, lefts and rights. And,
what is that?
Miz, though, surprising himself with that combination, but Braun Strowman with a right of his own, right to the midsection, doubling up Miz. And a clubbing blow. See, that's the problem when you host a show like The Dirt Sheet. When you make fun of other WWE superstars, sometimes you're going to pay for it.
Oh, that's that Mia Yim thing. I still don't know what those are. Is this supposed to be a Y? And this is a Mia. This is the M, and that's a Y for Yim.
Ripped across the ring with authority.
Ouch.
Into the corner.
Miz is taking a bit of a tenderization.
Well, he spent considerable time in the streets. I'm not going to specify which streets, but there were streets. Oh, and there's a shoulder tackle.
A YM. That's what that is? This is supposed to be a Y?
John Morrison looks on from outside the ring, realizing that the reason Miz is in this
match,
you know what I do
see?
Right now,
I see this. That's what I see.
Now is no time to play. Come on, Miz.
Dude, Miz is just catching it right now.
Universal champion.
Braun Strowman bulldozing right now.
Dominant couple of weeks. He knocked off Bray Wyatt.
Just kicks the bottom rope to make sure Morrison knows not to get involved.
Miz and Morrison last week on SmackDown. Miz hanging on. Strowman
Low
goes
bridge.
up over the top rope, and now Braun hits the apron hard. And Miz, with a knee, and
man, think about the journey of Braun Strowman. He went from, oh my goodness.
Right to the face of Strowman. Corey the
now
champ's
that's
in
a
trouble.
step up
Strowman
in Zaguri.
Is staggered, but still on his feet. What an assist from Johnny Drip Drip. Can the Miz
John
make
Morrison
the most
just
of it?
used the barricade, leaps off the barricade, kicks Braun Strowman in the head at like full speed. Oh, and then Strowman meets his worst enemy.
Miz has a great advantage here. Universal champion
Meets his
seems to be
worst enemy.
Back into the center of the ring. I don't know how smart that is.
The ring post.
Miz keeps putting on the pressure. Oh, and there Miz again.
Double axe handle off the
Strowman.
top.
Strowman just barely hanging on to the top rope. He's startled. He's stunned. He's in trouble. Miz now launching himself. Caught though by Strowman.
Nope. Caught. Oh my goodness. Running power slam? No. Miz, smart stuff. Going for the eyes.
Miz
super smart.
With a kick
He's one of the
face.
dirtiest.
Miz very impressive to this point. Drop kick to the knee.
Ooh.
Down goes Strowman again. Yeah,
very
Strowman
nice
down
move.
Off the drop kick, and now Miz with a kick
Miz
to
has
the
been
face.
looking
Braun
so
Strowman
impressive
trying
in the
to
last couple
somehow
years. I've
recuperate
really,
here, but
really
Miz
have been
has got
enjoying
where
him.
he wants him.
Oh.
Strowman, but
Oh,
Strowman
no.
with a waist lock.
No short
And now
DDT
Braun
for you.
Strowman burying
Oh.
Miz in the corner.
Hand delivered to the corner.
And what a peel.
Whoa.
And a splash, and Morrison.
Braun is back on it. What's wrong with Mia Yim? She's just got to get a little better than in the ring. And she's got to get way better on the promos. But she's all right. She's getting better, but there's work to be done for sure.
About to put Miz away. The power of Strowman. And a massive running power slam.
Well, that's done.
Here's the cover.
Power slam.
Strowman with the win.
Dang, dude.
The Universal Champion.
Miz, like, how many times has he been Intercontinental Champion? He's been World Champion, Intercontinental Champion. He's been Tag Team Champion. Miz has done so much, man. And Braun just basically took him apart. That is a good win for Braun right there. Very, very good win. Very well done. Yeah, the new Braun Titantron, I love it. I think it says my next belt is the Universal title. So what belt do I have now? You'd have to go into your settings. What is it? It's like your, what is it called? Here, let me say hi in the chat. I gotta take a look at it, see if I can do it. Eight-time IC champ, yeah. My goodness. Oh, John Morrison has the mic again.
Match for the Universal Championship.
Oh, what?
You want me? You got me.
What?
Corey, can you imagine if we get that match approved? Strowman defending the Universal Championship against Miz and Morrison in a handicap match next month at Backlash? Listen, I know.
No way. That's not a smart idea. That's what got him. That's what lost him the Intercontinental title is the handicap match. So Miz and Morrison have just booked themselves into the Universal title picture in a handicap match versus Braun Strowman at Backlash. So we have another match for Backlash, and the Universal title is going to be on the line against both John Morrison and The Miz. Wow. Yo. Big Falcon Tink's in the building. What's up, Big Falcon Tink? That's stupid. You think that's stupid? Dude, I think that'd be a great match. I think it's stupid of him, but I am looking forward to seeing it.
My hand is touching your hand for this
gathering
of the biggest body
of
people in this country, in this universe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a stupid move on his part, but I don't think it's bad for the show. Here comes AJ. Dang, they're already gonna do this? I was expecting AJ and Shinsuke to be the main event. Wow. Alright. AJ's here. He's got the bluest entrance. There's only one person with a more blue entrance than him, and that's the Undertaker. Nope, they don't want none. Nope, they don't want none. They looking scared. No, they don't really want none. AJ already feels more legit now. Yeah, I love him on SmackDown, man. It's weird for him to be on Raw. They take that title from Braun, that would be bad though. Yeah, yeah. If he lost the title to them, that would be bad. It'd be bad for him. Right now, I feel like Braun is better as like an on mic presence than he's ever been. I feel like he's better now than he's ever been when it comes to on the mic, being an entertainer, stuff like that. He's not just this like big giant monster dude who just throws stuff. I didn't really notice him on Raw until the Undertaker thing. Yeah, well, he got injured at the Royal Rumble, so he was gone for a while. So that's probably why. All right, and he's going to be facing off against Shinsuke. This could be an incredible match. Let's hope that it's even near the Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan match that we got to start off the that we got in the first round of this very tournament. I want to see Hardy and Styles in the finals. That would be good. WWE 2K20 is 80% off. Just make it free. I know, right? Just make it free. What do you got to lose? Just make it free. That's a really good idea, actually. If they made WWE 2K free, that would probably lead to an influx of new players and stuff. Might make the game more fun for the people who already have it. SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. That's next month's free PS Plus game. Yeah, dude, it should have been free the moment it came out, because it definitely wasn't worth no $60. Shinsuke Nakamura. Hang on, I'm just gonna move AJ over. I don't have to worry about his placement anymore. I like to leave people exactly where I had them, because most of the time they're lining up with all the rest of the members of their faction, but now the members of his faction don't really go here anymore. So I'll just move him over. Sorry, OC. I think they'll be happy where they go, wherever they end up. They're talking real hard from what I've seen about going to New Japan, so I think they might not even be going to New Japan. I think they're swerving people extra hard. But maybe that's where they want to be. Seemed like they got super hype about going there right away, so that's why I'm kind of like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you going to AEW? Are you going there? Because it sounds like you're going there. All right, let's put the title behind them too. Try to sell it to GameStop. You get $1 for it. They charge you money. You trade in WWE 2K20 and they actually charge you $15. Processing fees. Quarantine fees. They quarantine the game. You gotta handle it specially so it doesn't infect the other games and bring down their Metacritic scores as well.
Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle.
Dude, it's about to happen. You paid $165 for yours? Oh, you probably got like the super duper collection edition or whatever. What came with it this year? I forgot what came with it. What did you get with it? Is this the year where they had like 3 different autographs or something? No, I think that was last year. Oh, here's Shinsuke.
And his opponent from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
A long time.
Aw, yeah. I remember rebuying Modern Warfare 3 Modern Warfare 3 years ago. They told me to bring in scratch disc and get credit. 7 cents? Wow. The phenomenal one is in the house. That is for sure. The super duper gigantic jacket that looks like it's made out of the material that could make you two jackets at least. What is he doing? Oh, okay. He's doing his whole entrance thing. I love it. I thought he was doing something else. I thought he was trying to tie his shoe.
Be a classic here tonight, Corey.
I couldn't agree with you anymore, and it may seem a little bit premature, but I'm going to go on the record and say that the winner of this matchup is going to win the entire tournament.
Let's
mark
go.
my words.
We are underway. What do you guys got? Who do you think's winning?
AJ Styles officially traded a Friday Night Smackdown for Superstars.
I could see AJ winning.
And he would love to win his first Intercontinental Championship.
I could definitely see AJ winning this. But let's just hope that it's good.
AJ Styles with
third Bloody Mary.
First matchup here tonight. And his
oh, you got the Edge autograph. Well, that's worth something.
Take on Elias
do you
next
see
week.
Going to Impact?
Is this the pace you expect?
The release some of them. I could see some of the released wrestlers ending up in Impact.
They know how dangerous one another are. They don't want to make the first
maybe
mistake.
Somebody like Kurt Hawkins.
AJ Styles down, looks to ride Styles and makes it back to his feet. And the waist lock by Nakamura broken by AJ Styles. And Styles.
I've forgotten most of the people who they let go. I could see some of them going there. Yeah.
AJ's nose. AJ, of course, was a part of that historic, very unique Money in the Bank contract ladder match a couple of weeks ago.
Sometimes a change of scenery is exactly what you need for your career. This could
Who
be
you guys
once
think is
again
winning?
What propels AJ Styles to the top of the
New Zealand says AJ is going to win. I think AJ is going to win
Styles
too.
Built on SmackDown.
No doubt, Corey, that Styles had the biggest
match will be better than that. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Empire. I completely agree with that.
And Nakamura, AJ Styles with a
double chop right to the throat. Slightly below.
Oh, hey, Mo, guess what game I got?
And now Shinsuke Nakamura. Nice leapfrog by Styles. Nakamura up over the top. AJ with a drop
nice
kick.
Drop kick.
Caught Nakamura.
Rusev and NWA would be awesome, yeah. Pretty much anywhere Rusev goes would be all good. Do I have an Xbox or a PlayStation? I have a PlayStation and I have a Microsoft PC, so I basically have an Xbox as well. Because all the games that come out for Xbox or all the exclusives come out for the PC as well. So I can still play Gears and all that. And I just got the Halo Master Chief Collection, so I have the Halo 2 remaster as well. Elijah says AJ's gonna win. I think you might be right.
Styles in and burying a knee to the midsection of the
No, you got to guess, Mo. You got to guess.
Styles now gasping for breath. Oh, and
it's a bigger ego match.
Styles as he suckered in Nakamura and bounced him off the top turnbuckle.
Ooh.
Styles was looking for a right
nice
hand.
reversal by Shinsuke. Oh, but AJ just keeps throwing punches.
Nakamura was stunned, Styles as well, and now both men exchange.
It's the boo yay spot, but there's no crowd to boo or yay.
And there's the step up in Zaguri by AJ Styles. Drops Nakamura. And Nakamura now just barely on his feet. Styles.
Oh. An attempt at a vertical suplex, but Shinsuke able to get out of it.
AJ Styles in trouble. Here comes Shinsuke. Another kick connects, rolling back through.
And Nakamura
drops AJ sliding right German.
Back of his neck.
I love that move.
Nakamura has taken over. Who will advance in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament?
Going to commercial. It's a Spider-Man outfit. Spider-Man Nakamura. The Rudner Taker. What's up, Rudner Taker? I'm an Xbox guy. Maneater. No, I did not get Maneater. That's a good guess though. That's a really good guess. I thought about it, but the game looks pretty repetitive to me. So I mean, it looks like it would be fun. You know, I feel like people would have fun watching it and stuff for a little while, but to me, it just looks a little too repetitive. I got and then when I tell you what game I got, you're gonna be like, well, that seems repetitive too, Gritty. I'll be like, yeah, well. I got Streets of Rage 4. That's the game I got. Streets of Rage 4. I decided. I was like, yo, it's gotta happen. Streets of Rage. Game just looks too good, man. Too clean. They did such a good job with the animation and the hand-drawn visuals. It's just that retro stuff, man. It gets me. It gets me all the time. Yep, Streets of Rage. I knew it. Woo! Heck yeah. I got it. Also, I got another game that's starring a lot of the people that we played as in that game called The Shape-Shifting Detective. The game with Red Hot. The game where you're a detective and you can turn into other people to like get information and you ask the right questions and stuff like that. And it's all live action. It has real actors in it. It's all live action stuff, not like video game graphics. Real people on the screen, kind of like Late Shift, kind of like that. I got that game too. Haven't played it yet. You got it, but you haven't played it. Dude, when that happens to me, I'm like, oh man. Game's just sitting on the shelf. Game's sitting in the collection. It's a commercial break right now, guys. So if you're wondering why I'm just chatting it up about video games, it's because that's what's up. I did not watch The Hunt for the Wilder People. I did not. I started cooking dinner, and then as soon as my dinner was done, I ate it, and I was just watching YouTube, and then I just fell asleep. I didn't get to, man. But that definitely looks like a movie that I'd like to see. It's like a good blend of just like good acting and also comedy. Just that trailer. I'm glad you showed me that. I never heard of that movie. Yeah, I need to finish Final Fantasy VII as well. That's for sure. What have you missed on SmackDown? They did the Miz and Morrison came out and did an episode of the Dirt Sheet where they were just talking trash about Otis and just how they're better than everybody. And then they said something about Braun, and Braun came out. And John Morrison, he talked so much trash about how Miz was better than him that he booked Miz and Braun into a match. And so Miz and Braun had a match, and Braun ended up winning. But at the end of the match, John Morrison took the mic again and was like, hey, you think you're so good, why don't you put that title on the line then? And Braun was like, okay, and John Morrison said that him and Miz would fight against him in a handicap match, and so that match is pretty much guaranteed to be happening at Backlash for the Universal title. And now we are seeing Shinsuke versus AJ. I don't think we missed anything else.
And the big news we announced earlier, AJ Styles is officially a member
What
of
is up?
Friday
Welcome
Night
to the stream.
Smackdown as part of a trade
Spider-Man. No, not Superman.
and
Spider-Man
now going
Nakamura.
toe-to-toe with Shinsuke Nakamura.
But he might as well be
Exchanging
Superman.
blows
This guy's
center of the
great.
ring. AJ Styles now picking up the pace. Went for the backhand. Nakamura caught him on the other side with a kick. And there's the Pele kick by AJ.
Both men are down. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Series X is taking over.
AJ Styles.
I didn't know
Which one
that.
of these two men can make it to their feet
I could have sworn that like
and potentially
neither
move on to
console has
round
announced
two?
any reason to be excited about it at all. Besides if you're just looking at like
Watch the contact by Styles.
specs,
Right,
but none of that has
boom
to
there,
do with
the back of the
games.
neck. Point of his boot to the back of the neck of Nakamura.
AJ Styles so precise.
So I don't know, man.
Delivering the Pele
Like
kick
the Series X and the
blindly.
PS5 need to start
Shinsuke's
announcing
still
stuff
feeling
that
the
is
effects.
guaranteed to be at launch.
Nakamura reeling at the moment.
Then I'll start getting excited
Can
about
AJ
them. Because right now it's like,
capitalize?
what is there to be excited about?
And Styles now starting to
Owning
pick up
a
the pace a little
$500
bit. This
box
is what
that
he needs
has
to do to get back
no
into the
confirmed
matchup.
games
And there
yet.
it goes. Nakamura goes down.
I don't care.
And
Xbox, take
Styles-
my money.
Oh,
I'm gonna
goodness.
sit
Yeah,
there
right
and,
off
and
the-
not have any games.
The knee of
You don't even know
Styles
what's coming
coming
out for it yet.
almost out of it.
It's like
Shinsuke
going to the theater,
somehow kicked
giving
out.
the theater $150 and then just sitting in the theater and they could show you whatever they want.
Hellacious
You're just
impact.
happy to be in the theater.
Delivering a clothesline, taking down Nakamura.
Should probably wait to see what they got, you know? Radio, oh my goodness.
He needs to do to
Speaking of
put
RKO.
Nakamura away. Nakamura burying Styles in the corner.
Yo,
Looking for the calf crusher submission, center of the ring.
radio.
Nakamura's in trouble when we tap out with a calf crusher.
The
Nakamura
radio
walking
KO.
in pain. Styles has got
100
locked in
bits
good.
out of nowhere. Holy moly.
Shinsuke trying desperately to hang on. This is an agonizing submission.
100 bits. Dude, radio knows how to make an entrance.
And Styles has
Thank
to
you
break
very
the
much,
hold,
radio.
and clearly Styles frustrated
Thank you,
because he
dude.
believed he was going to get Nakamura at a tap out there.
AJ didn't get the tap out, but the damage might have been done. Shinsuke spent a substantial amount of time in the calf crusher submission. You're not going to just shake that off.
People are going to buy both consoles. I'm just saying. I'm waiting to see what the launch lineup's going to be because what if you buy it and it has nothing and it just has the exact same games as you could already get on an Xbox One? Because that's what it's looking like. A lot of it's going to be. Looks like a lot of these launch lineups are going to be like, oh,
Tremendous impact from Styles.
optimized for
Shinsuke
the
might have kicked out,
PS5,
but that was instinct alone.
optimized
I
for
don't
the
know if
Xbox
Nakamura's
One,
recovered at all.
and it's the same game you can get on the
This one could
PS4
be as
or
good
the
as
Xbox
over.
One. It's just
Wait a minute.
now you can run it at a higher frame rate. Oh, nice. Michinoku right into the... Ooh. So I don't know. I'll wait till they confirm some launch titles before I make up my mind. You guys can spend your money on whatever you want, but just take it from somebody who's worked at GameStop. I've managed the GameStop. I've been to manager conferences. I've been all over the country talking about video games, meeting the people who make video games, meeting the people who make consoles, working with people who make games. I know how the industry works, man, and if you don't have games, your system doesn't matter. You got to have games, man. So buy whatever you guys want, but I'm trying to help you guys, man. I don't want you guys wasting your money on something that's going to sit there gathering dust for 6 months.
Nakamura may have him where he wants him.
This will do it. If Shinsuke connects, it is all over.
And Nakamura with a
Did he get it?
sliding knee cover on AJ Styles. But
No, he
you
only got
mentioned
some of
a
it.
nonchalant cover, and it may have cost Nakamura.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Let's take one more look. Shinsuke connecting with a knee right under AJ's chin.
Yeah, I like their controller. The Xbox controller is
Shinsuke now
great for
measuring
shooters.
Styles. Wants the full
It's
impact.
good for certain
The
types of action
Kinshasa
games
knee
too. I like
strike.
how easy it is to press
Here
the
we
buttons on the
go.
PlayStation controller though. So that's my
Styles knows what
go-to
this
with
is
like
all about.
fighting games.
Nakamura in position. Styles caught him, rolls him up,
Ooh.
shoulders down now, stacks up Nakamura.
Ooh,
F2
nope.
Nakamura. caught him in the
Nakamura.
triangle.
Right into the triangle.
Wow, look at the
Trying
transition.
to protect himself. Nakamura wants to pass AJ's right
Shinsuke turned a
shoulder
pin.
underneath
What was
his
him
chin.
getting pinned right into
Really
an offensive
maximize
maneuver.
the
That's
pressure
awesome.
On this submission.
And Styles could be
looks like he's fading.
Just
Yeah, AJ
incredible
Styles
ring
could be
awareness
out of it. AJ trying
and
to stay in
situational
this.
awareness.
AJ Styles needs to get back to a vertical.
AJ with the
Oh,
strength. Oh my goodness.
Oh, with a
Single
Styles
arm.
clash. AJ Styles, what a counter cover now on Nakamura. Kick out by Shin.
I have absolutely no idea
Oh
where
my
Nakamura
goodness.
got the ability
Single
to
arm
survive.
Styles clash.
Styles with a tremendous counter.
Super Nintendo for life. Oh, for
Styles
sure,
clash.
dude.
Didn't get all the impact,
Super Nintendo is one of the best consoles ever.
but nearly put Shinsuke away.
Critical point in this matchup. AJ and Shin have hit each other with just about everything they have.
Goodness gracious, man.
First to
I'm
their
loving
feet,
these
could gain
transitions.
Control of this critical match.
This
Styles
may
now.
be just as
Nakamura.
good as the Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan match so far. Got to see how it ends though.
AJ Styles heads
Endings
toward
can
the
mess
corner
stuff up.
and launched now out to the apron.
AJ
And
over
he
the top
caught him.
rope.
Styles caught him.
To the
And now
outside.
load zone
Oh, he's
coming
real
up the
close.
top
Nope.
rope and kick by
Rejected.
Shinsuke Nakamura. And Nakamura
Shinsuke
now
with the
with
rejection
Styles
kick.
where he wants him. Nobody home got caught. Styles caught him with a kick.
Wow, man.
Shinsuke in the center of the ring. AJ wants it. Here it comes.
Reversals.
Top rope.
Phenomenal forearm. Cracks the
Nakamura's
forehead.
down. AJ has got him. Styles
That's
advances.
done. Oh, he held down his hand with he held down his shoulder with the other hand too. AJ wins, man. That was actually a very well put together match. They seemed pretty evenly matched there, and they both got their stuff in. It just can't really kick out of that. All that damage. Plus with the way he had the pin locked in and he was holding down the other shoulder. Like, what the heck? How are you getting out of that? That was a good match, dude. I'm going to give that a... Yeah, I think that was better than the WrestleMania 34 match. That's not really saying much because that match to me wasn't... I'm going to give this a 3.9. I think maybe like just a little bit more brutality could have brought it somewhere. Could have brought it somewhere even bigger, but that was some good stuff. So it's gonna be AJ Styles versus Elias, I guess next week. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, Nakamura kicked out of the Styles Clash. It was a single arm Styles Clash too. That looked dangerous. No more wild card rules. What's wrong with the wild card, man? Who cares what brand these people are on? As long as they don't overdo it like what they were doing before, where you got like the same person over and over again for no reason. What's the point? Like, who cares? Who cares what brand these people are on? If you're getting good stuff like AJ versus Shinsuke, then that's not going to hurt anything. What's going to hurt something is if we keep seeing Charlotte on every show, or if Baron Corbin is on every show, like that's going to start hurting it because they just overexpose these people. AJ's fine, especially if he's just going to be there for a match.
Challenge accepted. But I have one question, Sasha.
Styles versus Bryan, that would be good. That would be good.
Are you just going to
AJ
be
versus Daniel.
Bayley's lackey and happy being an afterthought?
Uh-oh.
Woo!
Feeling good?
Oh yeah, I'm
You ready to beat
Why
Charlotte?
does their between stuff sound like Dark Souls?
Idea for tonight.
Did you hear that? It sounds like Dark Souls.
I don't want you in my corner for this match tonight.
Uh-oh. What?
What?
So, I mean, people are thinking that I can't win without you out there with me.
Is this because of what Charlotte said last week? Because I wasn't going to listen to her.
Yeah, I know you weren't, and I wasn't going to either. And I don't know how any of these dumb sheep can listen to her. But I mean, why give them?
Yeah, too much
reason
Charlotte.
To believe so.
You forgot about SmackDown.
All right.
Aw, man.
Dude, yeah, I got this. Okay?
Brand split is bland anyway.
Always got this, and I know you got my back.
Always.
But I think that's why they should do a
See you after.
They should do a draft after Mania every year. Uh-oh.
This Monday,
Welcome back to the VIP Lounge.
MVP welcomes his biggest VIP yet, WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. But is it a trap set by Bobby Lashley?
Yes.
Plus, it's a battle for Backlash when Charlotte Flair, Natalya, and Nia Jax put it all on the line in a triple threat match to earn a showdown with Asuka.
Yo, Charlotte's in that match too.
Championship. Raw this Monday 8/7 Central, only on USA.
Charlotte is everywhere. Now Charlotte is the epitome of why I think people are a little bit against the whole brand crossover stuff. That's the way they're using her is basically the epitome. I think that's what people are thinking of, and that's why people are like, no, don't do it. But the possibilities of what they could do with other athletes, it's exciting. But if that's how they're going to use it, then I'm with you, dude. Just get rid of it. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. It's not that I don't like Charlotte. It's just like I feel like they've run out of things to do with her already. Like they fast tracked her career so hard that there's just nothing left. Now they got to come up with weird stuff that doesn't even make sense. Like, okay, she's just gonna be everywhere. She's gonna do everything now. We had Becky 2 belts. She's gonna be Charlotte 3 belts. It's like they're just coming up with stuff that doesn't even make sense anymore. Because they ran out of a place. It's like if you give somebody everything, it's like okay, it's like if the first thing you do when you get a girlfriend is you buy her flowers, you buy her chocolates, you buy her diamond rings, necklaces, you buy her a car, you buy her an estate to stay in, you say you're gonna marry her and everything, and that's all in like the first week. It's like you're already like, what does she have to look forward to? What are you gonna do next? Promise her that you're gonna make her the first woman on Mars or whatever. Like, you can't jump the gun, man. They jumped the gun so hard with Charlotte that there's like nowhere left to go. Nope, and nope. Exactly. Because what the heck? Like, where do you go from there? You're overcompensating. Somebody should be happy to see you, have you around, and things like that. When you go super overboard, it just shows that you're not confident in your ability to keep someone's attention. She's gonna have her own segment on Carneyland. She's basically their Cena. But look at Cena's career. Look at how long Cena has been with the WWE. I mean, even he's been, outlandish. But they've done more with her than they've done with Cena in the same amount of time. I mean, how long was it before Cena won the United States title off of Big Show? And then he still had to slam Big Show, I think he was in the WWE for like what, 4 or 5 years at that point, and he'd been through the developmental before that. A lot of commercials with Cena. Yeah, I don't know, man. The greatest wrestling match ever. I can't believe they're advertising it as that.
These two bitter rivals face off in 3 weeks at Backlash, only on the WWE Network.
It's gonna be over in like 2 seconds. Watch. That's why they're pushing that match at Backlash as the greatest wrestling match ever. It's because it's just gonna be over in like 2 seconds. It's gonna be the troll job. Charlotte. I think they just want her to be the most hated thing. They're trying to create like a super heel. They have to know that this is not having a positive effect on our outlook on Charlotte. Definitely not in competition shape. I don't know, man. He looked pretty good at in the Firefly Funhouse match. Plus, he's got to stay in pretty good shape to be in all the movies and stuff he's doing. So I don't know. But there are different types of in shape. you can look in shape and still not have good cardio or be able to go for hours. Yep, heel versus heel matches. That's what we're doing right now. Bayley and Charlotte, AJ versus Shinsuke. Here comes Bayley.
California, she is the Smackdown Women's Champion, Bayley.
There is so much.
Bayley's here. Wonder what's gonna happen here. Why not embrace it? Yeah, exactly. Bayley face turn? I don't think anybody's turning in this match. But I do think that Sasha is going to disobey and actually come out here. I could see that happening. You know, when people tell the other person not to come out or not to be at ringside, sometimes they just come out anyway and it distracts them and they lose. Got the SmackDown Women's Champion versus the NXT Women's Champion. Aunt Bayley. People are never going to see the 4 Horsewomen versus the UFC Horsewomen. Well. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. I immediately dropped off of that list of people when I saw Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir wrestle, dude. I was like, dude, they're not going to get to that level that it's going to look anywhere near convincing.
And if you're going to talk about this matchup on social media, use
they need a
lot
more practice.
Champion. Of course, Charlotte Flair is here tonight from Monday Night Raw, part of the brand-to-brand invitation.
But it could have been cool.
By which 4 times a year, a superstar.
Who knows? Maybe someday. I mean, if people like Dana Brooke can improve as much as she has, then I'd say there's hope there for both of them.
I do think
Shayna's already money, and Ronda's all right.
For Bayley. Again, Corey, to prove
I'm just liking Charlotte more than Brooklyn Von Braun. I think they might be going with that. Rexu, what's up, man? I know nothing about WWE. Just here to say hi. Hey, do you know what WWE stands for?
The positive effect on Bayley's career that Sasha Banks has had recently.
It's funny you bring up Brooklyn Von Braun. That's the feeling I get when I think of Charlotte right now. Sasha's backstage watching.
I agree with perhaps that Charlotte made last week.
It's good to see you, Rexu.
Sasha Banks, a simple question: are you tired yet?
Very much appreciated you hanging out during Dark Souls. It was helpful to have somebody to keep me from flying off a cliff.
But over the past few months, you cannot deny
World's worst entertainment. No one hit. No.
Waistlock control and an elbow by Charlotte Flair. Again, Charlotte's the current NXT Women's Champion.
That'd probably be like some sort of like Housewives of like Arkansas show or something we've never heard of.
Bayley with her feet on the middle rope.
Bayley with a dirty pin. Referee caught her. Of course I know it. See, so you do know something about WWE.
Charlotte Flair, however.
Charlotte Flair's been doing stuff like that since birth. When you're the daughter of the dirtiest player in the game, growing up, you learn quite a few tricks.
Have you ever watched any wrestling, Rexu?
Storied history with
World Wrestling Federation. Yes, see, that's the.
NXT, part of
you know what? That's the answer I like hearing because that means that you've been knowing about it for a little bit.
And Bayley,
you've heard of it.
By Charlotte. What impact!
Walk with Empire. Oh, that's what it stands for.
Dropping Charlotte right on the back of her neck on the apron. Now the SmackDown Champion takes control.
Bayley looking for a baseball slide. The Queen
baseball slide is not there for Bayley, and she catches a hellacious clothesline on the outside.
And Bayley struggling to get back to her feet. And Charlotte now stalking Bayley, and Bayley's in trouble and said, "Fly it over the barricade."
Something an AEW fan came up with. I would say that somebody probably came up with that before AEW even existed. There were years that people didn't like WWE well before AEW existed.
Champion versus champion rolls on.
There you guys. There you have it. Commercial break time. I was asking, have you ever watched wrestling, Rexu? Did you ever like it? Couldn't believe after years the WWF would say they can't use it. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder how prominent they are. They must be pretty big to be able to get WWF to have to change their name. You know that TNT Championship stands for the Nick Taylor Championship. I did not know that. I used to watch on TV when I was a kid. Did you have a favorite? WWE Walk with Empire, AEW All Empire Wrestling, BTE being the Empire. I see. Almost entirely white, yes. Oh my goodness. What happened with what's his name? The Concrete Rose? What's that dude? Sonny Kiss? What happened with him? Is he just like never showing up again, or does he live in some place where he can't get here? Next WrestleMania probably going to be 2 nights again. Maybe. I would like that. I kind of like the 2-night thing. It was nice to have a little bit of a change in the format. It was a big change. And play it on Super Nintendo. Nice. Undertaker. Well, there you go. See, you know something. He's still wrestling, by the way. Undertaker's still wrestling. He just had a match at WrestleMania. It was called the Boneyard match. He wrestled against AJ Styles, and it was a cinematic, like a produced match that was like a little episode of like a show or something where they wrestled in a graveyard. It was really good. To me, it was like the best part of WrestleMania. So your old favorite is still out here doing some good stuff. Yeah, I know, right? And I hear he just signed a contract to wrestle for or to work for WWE for another 15 years. I think he's gonna be like 70 years old when he's out of that contract. So one of the coolest things about the Undertaker right now is they're doing this show that's showing showing his recent career and what he's gone through with the surgeries and like how hard it's been for him to even make it to WrestleMania year after year because of his knee or his hips or just his overall health, his body breaking down from all the years of just traveling and slamming people and getting slammed. It's a really cool documentary, and it's a 5-part documentary. They put out 2 parts of it so far, and they've just been so fun to see what he's gone through. Not fun, but enlightening, interesting.
Overly powerful, genetically superior.
All right, back to it.
Sasha Banks looking on, and that's
Charlotte
all
is
Sasha
doing the
can do at
dang
this
thing.
point, unable to aid her best friend Bayley.
Yes, Sasha, of course, the best friend of Bayley, as Corey mentioned, decided to stay back in the locker room area. Let
How old
Bayley
is he
do this
now?
alone,
I
prove to
think
the
he's like
world that she doesn't
55
need
now.
Sasha to win big matchups.
Yeah, I think Undertaker's like
And right now,
55.
Bayley probably wishes
All
Sasha was
copyrighted.
here.
Yeah.
As Charlotte drags Bayley toward the corner. Such a dominant champion, Charlotte Flair.
That's
Many
a guild I
believe the
shouldn't
best
have
of all
left.
time, Corey. Top rope for Charlotte, going for her
It's
patented
fun, man. It's
moonsault,
fun. They
and
got some good
Bayley,
good
Charlotte
storylines
take the knee.
in the WWE. They got some really good wrestlers.
Bayley has a few moments to try to recover. Here she
I don't know what's
goes,
up with
but
my
knee
internet
from
right now. My
Flair.
internet's dropping frames.
Charlotte trying to shake it off. Bayley
This
ran
lady right here
right into the knee.
is the daughter of Ric Flair.
All caught up on the top rope, dumped out to
Woo.
the apron to the floor. Now Charlotte dragging Bayley, trying to drag her down to the floor anyway. Bayley hanging out of the ropes. And
Oh
now
my
driving
goodness.
Charlotte spine first to
Yeah,
the
that looked like it
post.
really hurt. Charlotte gets put back first into the ring post by a kick from Bayley.
Bayley slides to the off the apron. Charlotte knows
Nice
Bayley
move.
so
Wow.
well and made her pay with a right.
Bayley with a missile drop kick, kind of like a sliding missile drop kick between the apron and the bottom turnbuckle, slides straight through, back out onto the floor.
Again into the ring
That takes
apron.
some ring knowledge right there. You can't say Bayley's a bad wrestler,
Bayley
man.
wants a count out
She's
win,
one of the
yelling
best
at
they
official
have.
to count.
You might not
Charlotte
like
back in
her, but
quickly, and look at the very aggressive Bayley tonight. Covers
pretty dang
Charlotte,
good.
kicks at one. Bayley's been relentless with this assault.
Tweaked her knee. Yes. No, man. Don't cheer for people. Don't cheer for injuries.
Bayley has defeated Charlotte
Did
Flair
I see
before.
Dark Side of the Ring? No, I don't really watch that series.
High pressure situations, 3 championship opportunities. And Bayley wearing Charlotte down.
Nah, I don't really watch Dark Side of the Ring. I might watch an episode here or there if people request it. If people are like, yo, we should watch that, but I don't know.
You're absolutely right. Oh my goodness.
I think there's enough negativity in wrestling. I kind of don't want to watch a show all about it.
And his first report
Did I like Money in the Bank this year? Yeah, it was all right. To me, it was like a 7.5 or something like that. It wasn't like the best pay-per-view, but I applaud them for putting it on and for having a little bit of originality to spice it up. Yeah, you need to see the Owen Hart one and the Benoit one. Yeah, if I was gonna watch any of them, those would probably be the 2 I'd watch. But it's sad because those are probably probably gonna be the 2 saddest ones out of all of them. And I pretty much already know those stories. I mean, there's stuff I don't know, but it's kind of like diving into like a school shooting to me. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't know? No, I didn't know, and I don't really want to know. Like, it's horrible.
Bayley tried to be a little too cutesy and tried to mock the Queen, and Charlotte made Bayley pay. Fall-away slam from the ever-powerful Charlotte.
Yeah, Bayley's a good wrestler. Her from NXT, her and Emma were my favorites.
Charlotte with a block.
I also like Ember Moon.
Hands driving Bayley back toward the corner. These women may be two of the
Oh, you didn't know? No, I didn't know. I don't want to know. You got to see the Legion of Doom one too.
Rolls through, looking to pick up a little steam. Homage to days past.
Charlotte makes her pay. Oh my
goodness gracious! They're letting Charlotte and Bayley kind of tear the house down right now.
Corner goes Bayley.
That's how Smackdown does it.
It's kind of weird that they would put these matches back to back, the AJ and Shinsuke match, and then this match. You think they would kind of separate them a little further so that you'd have 2 kind of barn burners a little further apart on the fight card. Surprisingly, neither AJ nor Charlotte is main eventing SmackDown.
Hook of the leg, shoulders down, and Bayley's got to kick out at 2.
Charlotte found her groove. This is exactly where the Queen wants to be. Bayley out of the way of the moonsault, but the boot got
Big
her.
boot just cleans the clock of Bayley, but cannot get 3
the
count.
matchup in favor of Charlotte Flair, who is picking Bayley apart.
Yeah, look at working on the legs of Bayley, of course, to soften her up for the figure 8 leg lock.
She's trying to start a family. Who?
Bayley fighting back.
Who are you talking about?
Charlotte again with a kick, this time to the back of the thigh. Oh, and Charlotte hung up on the second.
You talking about Ronda, or are you talking about Becky?
Very evenly matched competitors here.
Bayley just about bent Charlotte clean in half. I'm not entirely sure the Queen didn't hit her own face on her own knees.
I don't get what that move is that Bayley always does. That weird stunner thing where she doesn't even stun you. Just does a stunner and it doesn't hit anything. Your head doesn't hit anything. You just kind of bend over for a second. Oh, Ronda.
Knee, and now it's Charlotte's turn to feel the pain from Bayley.
She was here. She was here for like a year.
Bayley rolls her out toward the middle of the ring because Bayley's now going to climb to the top rope. We see her do this on a number of occasions.
Bayley has put away many an opponent with a picture-perfect.
She did pretty all right, man. She had some pretty iconic moments while she was here.
Bayley from the top delivers the elbow.
You cannot say WWE did not treat her like a star, man. She got every opportunity that it would take, and had some really cool spots and storylines. She got arrested. Oh goodness.
Bayley, the lower back, the spine being compressed and bent the wrong way.
The walls? Lion Tamer almost.
Bayley somehow reversed this here.
Charlotte Jericho.
Great lower body strength by Bayley.
Nice flip right into the pin. Good stuff from Bayley.
2 count kick out by
Able to reverse the pressure. Come play my game, I'll bet you.
Charlotte, can Bayley somehow capitalize on
Danny,
this?
what's up, dude?
Flair might be out, but I don't know if Bayley's in any condition to make the cover. Here she goes.
Yeah, I kind of think she gave up on that, Danny. Danny, dude. I was asking people a little while ago. I wanted to know what F1 stands for, because I know it stands for Formula One, but people told me that it's like the type of car, like the specifications the car has to have to be in that. I thought it was the fuel or something.
Bayley just played the ace in her sleeve.
Choose Becky Lynch best match, only one.
Well, she kicked out. I
don't know.
I mean, let's be perfectly honest. Bayley should be concerned with Charlotte Flair, not you, Cole.
Becky Lynch
No
best match.
disrespect.
Oh, God.
Gosh, it's so hard for me to remember which pay-per-views things happen at, but I remember one with a ladder, and then I remember at Evolution, I think it was. Might be the same match.
Chop after chop after chop by
The walls
Bayley.
of Flair, yep.
And now Bayley
The Flair
looking for
tamer.
perhaps the figure four and ran right into a right hand.
She was looking for a figure four and found four upside her own head. My goodness, what a run
Ouch.
from Charlotte.
And now it's Charlotte's turn.
Hellacious backhands from Charlotte there. Both of them are going to be soaking in ice baths after this. Dude, these patented Ric Flair chops straight to the chest of Bayley.
Now Charlotte back into the corner. Bayley caught her with a kick. And Bayley now. Now look at Charlotte.
Beautiful
so
reversal.
quick.
Nice
Rolling
stuff.
Bayley
Wow,
up,
rolled it
shoulders
through.
down.
Bayley
rolls
able to
through
turn the
now.
beat around.
Charlotte's shoulders are down.
And
Bayley
she
has
had the ropes and the ref didn't see it. Wow, they let Bayley beat Charlotte.
The Smackdown Women's Champion, Bayley.
And Charlotte just laughs. Charlotte's just laughing about it. That's what you get, Charlotte. Shouldn't have been that close to the ropes. That's what you get. That was a pretty good heel versus heel match. Bayley just out-dirtied the dirtiest player. Goodness gracious. Saw a tweet, but I couldn't really say it in the character limit. Oh, it's what the sport is called. It was formed in 1950. It's what the whole company goes by, which is controlled by Chase Carey and his media group. But does it mean anything? Because people were telling me that the Formula One is like a specification that your car has to have to be in it. Man, I can't believe they let Bayley actually win over Charlotte. Could this be the start of the downfall of the Charlotte regime, where she's on every show beating up everybody? Tonight we're getting Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, and also Otis and Mandy are teaming up mixed tag team match versus Dolph Ziggler and Sonya Deville. That's up next. Good stuff, Bayley. I'm glad she won. Jeff and Sheamus are the main event. I think that's what it's looking like. Oh, see, this is a little advertisement for that Undertaker documentary I was talking about. Andrade is lucky to date Charlotte. Yeah, I'm sure she's a nice person. She plays a very good heel on TV, though.
Fitting the Undertaker, that's what separates being good and great and being a legend.
I wish they'd put out all 5 parts at once like Netflix. But they know if they do that. They were smart about it.
Ready for this, Stunner?
They were smart about it. That was one of the things I was thinking about Netflix, and I'm like, dude, why do they put out all the episodes of Stranger Things at once, or all the episodes of their like flagship shows, the reasons people are subscribing? Why do they put them all out at once? Because people are just gonna just subscribe. They're gonna get like that free trial, or they're just gonna subscribe for 1 month just to watch that, and then they're gonna unsubscribe. Why not make it so you put out one episode every week, or every, I don't know, 3 days? Spread it out a little bit to where people have to have, 2 months of subscription. And I'm glad they don't want to gouge. They're already making so much money, they probably don't care. I hear they make like $115 million a month. No, they have how many subscribers do they have? Gosh, I forgot the numbers. forgot the numbers. Danny's across the pond. Danny's he's one of them Hull guys. Back in the day, they used to have spec cars, which were F1, F2, F3, but they used to let F2 car spec run in F1. Oh. So yeah, it is a type of car. It's rules and it's a car and it's a type of build for your car. Okay, sounds more, like way more complex than what I'm making it sound. BBC took over the rights from ITV. Busy for the last 6 hours doing video creating and editing. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm across more than a pond. Across the sharks. Netflix used to track the most torrented TV shows to make them available on the stream. Oh, really? What? That's cool. I like it when companies realize that there are other ways. Why WWE do put video about Shad to remember? I don't know. I was kind of expecting them to do that, but I guess they I don't want to say it like that, but they're doing the tribute to the troops type of stuff at the beginning of this to give respect to our military, and so I would say that maybe that takes a little bit of precedence. Maybe that's just a little bit higher on the list of like how many people would be involved and how many people they can show respect to. So maybe they had to choose between the two for the time slot or whatever. But I would hope they would do something for Shad.
I'm just kidding, Doc. I knew you believed in me. I knew
Surprised
you
Sasha
knew
didn't
I
come
knew
out here to
I knew it. I knew
mess
you
with
knew
stuff.
that I knew.
I knew you knew
That's
that I
why
knew.
didn't need you. Thank you. Dude,
That's why
this
you're
is
the
our
champ.
show.
That's why you're the role model.
And we are back on Friday Night SmackDown with a
So here comes
mixed
the
tag team match.
probably the most improved woman in the WWE on the mic. I'd say Dana is the most improved in the ring, and Sonya is the most improved on the mic. She comes out here looking like a Disney villain. What the heck? Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler. You can't say Dolph hasn't been like coming out here to make acts matter more. I mean, look at what he did with Drew. Look at what he did with Drew. Look at what he did with Baron Corbin. Now look at what he's doing with Sonya in this storyline. I'd say Dolph has been like the sixth man coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench making the team champion. Bayley is now the dirtiest player in the game. Yeah, I like that little roll up. Guess what I get to do tonight for the first time in forever? Play Texas Hold'em. Sit down in a restaurant. I don't know. That's my two guesses. Sonya looking like Matt Hardy's sister. Yeah, her outfit did look kind of Matt Hardy-esque. Mandy's got some shorts. Got some short denim shorts with the pockets hanging out. I always thought that looked so tacky. Sounds great, Mandy. Oh, yeah. Got Otis. We got Mandy. They are the mixed tag team that is going up against Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler. I wonder if there's a new picture of Sonya. Look, I'm going to see. Let's see if the WWE has a new picture. We're going to find out. They're just making their entrances right now, so now's as good a time as any. Looks like they might have a new picture of her. Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. All right, bell rings and we're underway. Mandy Rose squaring off against Sonya first.
Everything is
Oh
Mandy.
no.
Mandy and
Never
Otis,
mind.
Mandy Rose, God's greatest creation. Sonya Deville was tired of playing second fiddle.
And now Dolph and Otis are in.
Ziggler now starting things off with Otis in this matchup.
You got it on the first guess. Really? Wow, that's cool. I got skills, man.
Rumors, Graves, you're worse than Deville and Ziggler. And look at now the power of Otis.
I got skills.
And slamming Dolph in the middle of the ring. Remember, one of the reasons that Otis is Mr. Money in the Bank today is because of Ziggler.
How good am I, man? I mean, I must be good. All right, we're getting a new picture of Sonya.
Is in trouble.
Oh, yes.
And Dolph Ziggler, the veteran, wisely rolling out of harm's way.
That's it? What?
And a tag made. Here comes Deville, which means Mandy Rose must enter this matchup, part of mixed tag team rules. And these two women just total disdain for one another, which
There
is
we
a
go.
shame, Corey, after their 5-year friendship.
Look at that. Brand new Sonya.
Mandy Rose in a lot of jeopardy.
What, Mandy? What? Who's the boss now? 1, 2,
Eats it.
I wish they just let them do like straight up mixed match, you know? People just slamming each other.
The takedown of Deville. Dolph Ziggler,
Even
meanwhile, look at
GTA
Ziggler
Online
grabbing
doesn't
Otis,
give me
and off
the
the
buzz
apron
at all.
comes Otis.
Yeah,
Ziggler caught. Dolph's in trouble.
it was a craze. Oh my goodness! Wow, that was a dangerous looking spot. Otis goes almost head first into the steel steps on the outside because of Dolph.
I hate to put a label
Ouch,
on it. It
dude.
weirds me out.
That was
Mandy
brutal.
Rose and Otis in trouble. Ziggler and Deville have gained control.
Is this her new outfit? She's actually going to wear a jean jacket while she wrestles? Strange.
Ready for this, Stunner?
It's a strange ring gear right there. Let's move Mandy over a little bit. And it's commercial break. Sounds great, Mandy. All right. There we go. That looks better. Looks more symmetrical. Mandy with them Daisy Dukes, yep. And she also has a all cut up. I knew AJ would win, yeah. That was a good choice. Would you be mad if Otis cashes in at Backlash for the tag titles? A lot of people have been saying that. Would I be mad? No, but I think it's somewhat of a waste. Somewhat of a waste because look, like the Usos, John Morrison and the Miz, the Lucha House Party, the Forgotten Sons, the New Day, they've all been getting tag team title opportunities just by like coming out and saying, "Hey, we're getting it next," you know? Like, so why would you use the Money in the Bank? It's like okay, it's like this. It's like you go into the store and there's that table and there's like a nice little old lady at the table and she's like, "Hey, do you want a free sample?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe I'll come back." And she's giving out free samples of like something that was on your grocery list and you just need like one of them. But you don't take that, and then you go down the aisle and you pick up the exact same thing that she was giving free samples of, and you walk to the cashier and buy what she was going to give you for free. And you walk out the store. Like that's the equivalent of him cashing in the Money in the Bank for a tag team title opportunity. It's like, dude, you just get one. All you got to do is just be like, "Yo, we're next." There's no like rankings. Freaking Lucha House Party got an opportunity. You think Otis and Tucker wouldn't? So I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but I just feel like it was kind of like something like a bonehead type of move to do. If you can get it for free, just get it for free. So no, I wouldn't be mad, but I'd just be like, "Dang, Otis, come on, man, really? Just get it for free, man." Instead of the mandible claw, a Fiend would put the mandible sandwich. 100% off coupon for something that's free. Exactly. It's like signing up for Groupon when it's like they're already giving them away. So mad, no, but just a little disappointed in that outcome for the Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's faux show. That's a good question though. I like that you put it that way. People haven't really put it to me like that.
Otis has been driven into the steel ring stairs courtesy of Dolph.
Still, creative have no idea how to use Otis with the cash in. I'll laugh if it comes to Money in the Bank next year. Otis still hasn't cashed in. Yeah, me too. Or if he just loses it because somebody tricks him. I think that would be the best way to handle it. I honestly think the best way for them to handle Otis with this Money in the Bank is for him to just lose it because somebody like finagles him. You know, kind of like what happened with Braun. Like how he just like let it go just to get a steel cage match or whatever he did. I can see them treating him like he's stupid like that. But I think the best way for it to be done is somebody should just like cheat him out of it, you know, like somebody makes him believe something and then he gives it up. And that would build somebody up as a heel very, very much, and we'd want to see Otis get even. Oh, what if the Fiend gets in his head? Dude. Now that could be a good storyline. What if the Fiend, or what if Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt actually like starts getting into Otis's head, making him see stuff, and like, and he's the reason, and then we get like the actual heel Fiend. That could be cool. The Fiend like makes Otis kind of like not know what's real or not anymore, and makes him give it up to the Fiend. It'd be better if it's Tucky, yeah. I have a feeling anyone to take Money in the Bank off Otis. I feel it to be AJ Styles. Oh man, that would be good. That would be good.
And Dolph Ziggler just with words of
He swaps Money in the Bank with a green lunchbox full of meat. Oh man. That could be good. Oh my goodness.
He connects, but can Mandy make the tag to Otis?
Mandy Rose. This looks like Mandy Rose looked like she got in a fight at like a cookout, like a family barbecue.
Dolph Ziggler realizes DeVille's in trouble, needs to make a tag as well.
What's up, FIFA? I think that would be cool. And I think that might be the best way, because I don't know if I see him really cashing in on Braun. I could see the tag team thing.
Now can she make the tag? She does. And here comes Mr. Money in the Bank. And Dolph Ziggler as well into this matchup.
Goodness
and
gracious.
Otis with a full head of steam.
Dolph just got eliminated.
Center of the ring.
Pop-up slam dunk. Otis just dribbled Dolph like a basketball.
Otis is at his most dangerous when he can pick up the momentum.
Oh, and Otis, look at the power.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and he has to trade it?
Bulldozing Ziggler into the corner and found it up with a
Yo,
big splash.
Cameron, thank you for the host. That would be crazy. He kidnaps Mandy, and the ransom note is hand over the Money in the Bank and you can have Mandy back.
I don't think Otis knows where
Dude,
he's at
that
either,
would
but that's par for the course.
that would heal him up. He would definitely be a bad guy at that point.
Mandy Rose now has to come into the ring against DeVille. And now Mandy Rose.
That could work too.
Clothesline. And another one to Sonya Deville. And Deville trying to get out of harm's way.
Mandy's trapped in the Firefly Funhouse, and Otis doesn't even know how to get there.
In these last few moments, really bringing the fight to Sonya.
Bayley and DeVille across the ring, and now Mandy
From Farmer
Rose
Country with the denim
Sonya
style,
into the
yep.
corner. And Mandy again.
Who remembers that Rodney guy? He's been back. He's been back. I think he was in here yesterday for Dark Souls as well.
Otis and Dolph.
Rodney's been in here a couple times.
Double underhook applied. We've seen Mandy win with a
I think he was
maneuver
here
like this.
yesterday.
DeVille though with a knee. Stunning Mandy.
Sounds bad, Mandy. Oh my goodness. Shining Wizard. That's done. Wow, Sonya picks up the win. She kneed her in the back of the head. We're going to call that the donkey kick. Dang, Mandy got donkey kicked? That sucks. Wow, I did not expect for them to let... oh, goodness, and a super cake from super kick from Dolph lays out Otis. Wow. Evil Alexa, possessed Alexa. I don't know. People just like Alexa a lot and they want her involved in a lot of stuff. I think we've seen Evil Alexa a lot. That's pretty much been her whole character up until now. She's been good a couple times, but I think we've seen more Evil Alexa than nice Alexa.
Interference, allowing Sonya
Wow,
Deville.
Sonya wins with the Shining Wizard to the back of the head of Mandy, and then Otis gets laid out by a super kick out of nowhere from Dolph as he's trying to tend to Mandy's wounds. Wow, chalk outline for Otis.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I'm happy with Alexa right now too, because it when they started it, I thought it was done. I thought it was just she was setting up Nikki Cross to be the next person who believed her, and she betrays them, kind of like the Nia Jax storyline. And I think we saw it with somebody else too. I think she did it with. I don't remember who, but I think it's like a storyline we've seen before. Oh, Jeff Hardy.
Join me for
backstage.
one more good run. I didn't know exactly where that journey would lead me, but now it's a mystery no more. All the positive vibrations I've sent out have led me on a new path. The Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Man, that title is very near and dear to my heart. Not just because of the amazing legends who have wore it proudly, but because it was the first championship I won on my own. If I could win it one more time, man, all the ups and downs that I've experienced over the last year, I mean, everything would truly be coming full circle. And what better way to start that journey than beating the bully who tried to tear me down? Ask the universe.
Wow, that's cool.
And it provides. Tonight, Sheamus, my path to one last blaze of glory runs right through you.
Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus for the final spot in the semifinals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament tonight.
Are you ready? I am ready. I am very ready to see how this match turns out. I feel like they've done a good job of building up this this feud in a short amount of time. She said on WWE Backstage that was how it was going to be. That, so the storyline was going to be she was going to betray her real quick. But the chemistry between them made it how it is now. Wow, that's awesome. And those are some of the best storylines. Those are some of the best things when the natural chemistry, the natural charisma of a superstar makes things happen, and a wrestling company has to change plans because it just makes too much sense to leave it behind and just go with this preconceived storyline. I like that a lot. I really do. And they do have really good chemistry. I like them together. Jeff Hardy's your number one. Yeah, you think he's going to win? Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. I knew he'd come too. Working with Nikki Cross saved her career because of concussions. Yeah, exactly. They had to take some of that off of her, and that's another reason why I'm really glad they kept them together as a tag team, because it gives that buffer where she can just do enough but not have to be this single superstar, because she's smaller than a lot of these women out here. So some of the things that she has to do in the ring are going to put her in danger no matter what. Wrestling's not fake, man. It's just scripted. These people take really, really devastating slams. They take unexpected angles on the way down, because not everything's going to be perfect, especially when you're working with someone's body weight. It's not like lifting a deadlift or a curl or dumbbells. You're lifting a person. There's all kinds of weird equilibrium you have to have, and so bad things can happen. So the more that you can take that strain off of somebody, especially when they have a history of injuries like Alexa does, it's just a win-win for everybody. Plus, she could still be the character that people like. Still get to see her, and she doesn't have to retire early because of getting cracked up. I don't think the injuries wrestlers got on Wednesday was fake. Yeah, dude. I don't think so either. But that's what I was saying on Wednesday. I'm like, dude, they're really Why are they doing all this? It's right before the pay-per-view. I don't want them doing it at all if they're going to get hurt, but like save it for the pay-per-view is what I was kind of saying. And when I saw Ray Phoenix come off the top like that and come down and nobody caught him, I was like, dude, that might be the end of him. But I guess he's still gonna wrestle. And then that when they slammed Nyla Rose on top of Britt Baker, I was like, whoa, that didn't look right. Who knows though, man? They got to stop doing that type of stuff. That's one of the downfalls of the style of wrestling that AEW promotes. That the 15-minute matches and the just overblown, overly drawn out matches that don't need to be that competitive. That's part of the problem. Oh, see, here's a thing for in memory of Shad. It's not a retrospective or anything. It's just a picture, but they did it. Are you ready?
Friday night Smackdown on.
They just don't need to go that hard, man. Especially not right before pay-per-view. People are paying money to see you, man, and that's one of the worst times to get injured. Oh, we're getting another Forgotten Sons promo. Let's go. I liked their promo last week.
It's like my brothers that I've served with. We've all had our tough times adjusting here to life back at home. We've gone through our dark times, and we're not afraid to admit it. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, well then...
Matt Jackson, yeah, what the heck, dude?
But that's our blood. On your hands. And what's only fair is your blood on ours.
Oh, dang.
SmackDown Tag Team Division had better heed the warning just offered by the Forgotten Sons.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
I am 100% behind the decision to have them doing promos instead of coming out here and fighting, especially if they're not going to let Jackson Riker actually wrestle. I am 100% behind these promo packages. I'd rather see Bliss have a lengthy career. Exactly, dude. Impact Wrestling more back then. Oh really? We're having to retire because she continued the way she was. Exactly, because all that was gonna happen with Alexa Bliss on her current trajectory, or her trajectory before they pared it back a bit and slowed it down for her. All that was gonna happen is she's just gonna be another person overly pushed like Charlotte, and that would make people care less about her. Like the more that you push somebody in that Charlotte type of spot, I mean, yeah, it's gonna look good when she retires and she goes into Hall of Fame, but for the career, for the actual enjoyment of the fans and things, I think it's so much better now because you get to see her still. She can still have her attitude. She can still come out looking cute. She could still win titles here or there. But it doesn't have to be something that's going to end her career early. And while they're trying to make her into this like Charlotte-esque, oh, she holds every title, she's the best. It's just not worth it, man. I would much rather wrestle in the WWE for 15 years and win every title over time than to win 15 titles in 5 years and then never wrestle again and have to retire because of a neck injury, and that's all that people remember. Because for a while, dude, that's what Edge was. That's what Daniel Bryan was. Just, oh man, it was great while it lasted, but too bad about that neck. Too bad about that head.
Right side. Now we have a handicap match for the Universal Championship.
Excuse me, Ms. and Morrison. That was quite the bold challenge that you issued to the Universal Champion, Braun Strowman.
Yes, it was.
Considering for the past 2 weeks he's beaten both of you pretty decisively, but do you think that the two of you together will be the difference maker at Backlash?
Yes, Renee, and here's why. First, Braun Strowman's track record in handicap matches stinks worse than Dookie the Diaper Boy's breath.
2, we are a cohesive fighting unit that knows how to win.
Let me quote a little something from the philosopher Sun Tzu. To defeat thine enemy, first destroy his infrastructure.
Translation, we're gonna make his life a living hell. Hey!
Ho ho!
Ho ho.
Ho
Miz
ho!
and Morrison! Hey! Ho ho! Miz and Morrison! Hey! Ho ho! Miz and Morrison! Hey!
Ho, ho, where'd you go? Miz and more, son. Hey, hey. Ho, ho.
Yeah, I love RVD, man.
Braun Strowman may have bitten off a little more than he can chew, and I think after Backlash we could have co-Universal champions.
She asked to work with her? I didn't know that.
Tonight we have one more first-round matchup remaining.
I did not know that. She asked to work with her. I wouldn't mind RVD in the WWE. The thing is, I think they were going to do that. Remember when RVD was the pre-order bonus for WWE 2K17? Was it 17? Why WWE call it the greatest match? Probably because they're going to swerve us. Probably because it's going to be a 2-second match. You know how WWE is. I think it's going to be like a screw job type of thing. It might even lead into more of a storyline with some other wrestler. I do not foresee them saying it's the best wrestling match ever and then them actually trying to wrestle the best wrestling match ever, because I'm sorry to tell you, Edge is good, Randy's good, but putting on the best wrestling match ever is an order the likes of which I would say 99.9% of wrestlers could never achieve, because it's putting on the best wrestling match ever. It's not just about psychology. It's not just about in-ring work. It's not just about the spots you pull off. It's also about like the moment in time. I feel like some of the best wrestling matches ever have to do with like a certain moment in time where both stars were just like the two dudes you wanted to see, or the two women you wanted to see, and you really had to see it. I feel like that moment has already passed for this storyline. So I don't know, man. I feel like the reason they're saying that is because they're about to swerve us all, and it's not going to be anything. It's going to be like a 2-second match. That seems like a WWE thing to do.
The releases, the no-shows, the wasted second chances.
I've seen it so many times. It makes me feel weird, really.
Before we realize he's never really coming back.
RVD versus Jeff Hardy, Hell in a Cell 2020.
Maybe you should ask yourself that question.
But yeah, what I was saying is, remember when RVD was a pre-order bonus? I think the plan was to bring him back, but I think something's wrong with his eye. RVD is one of my favorite ever, so I think I'm remembering this right. I think RVD was supposed to come back to WWE, but he didn't pass the medical exam. So I'm not sure if he could get surgery to fix it or something. I'd love to see him back in WWE for like one last final thing, like what they're doing with Jeff Hardy. But I don't know, man. 2K18, okay, yeah, 2K18.
And the comeback story continues now in a high-stakes match.
Oh boy, here we go. This is looking like it's gonna be the main event. Bam, 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 out, bam, 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 out, bam, 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 out, bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna sing the songs for you instead of you hearing them, okay? Although I hear that YouTube can get you for that too. It was really funny because I uploaded some parts of my Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough, and one of the songs in the game is a remake, of course, of the classic music that's from Final Fantasy VII. When I uploaded that part of the playthrough, I got a message from YouTube that says, "Oh, we see that you've made a cover of this song," and so it registered as that I had made a cover, like a version of the song that I was singing. So they tagged my video as profit sharing. So I'm sharing profit with Square Enix because YouTube thinks that I sang the song, and so I got tagged. So they like split the ad revenue from the video. So I guess you can get tagged for stuff like that. Got a link to that video. It's the one where I don't even know if it's uploaded yet. It's uploaded, but I don't know if it's live yet. It's where Cloud crashes through the ceiling of the church and first meets, well, not first meet her, but meets her in her church. Meets Aerith in her church with all the nice flowers. You know, iconic scene. It's there. The song that's playing in the background. Yeah, it wasn't a strike though. It wasn't a strike. They just tagged me to have to profit share or ad revenue share. Yeah. So I guess you do have to kind of be careful because it does work. They can tell like the cadence of a song and the notes of a song now with their algorithm. So if you sing something, they can actually get you. And I would not put it past WWE to start getting people who are trying to sing.
Lesnar is here.
Oh my goodness. Yo, jump scare.
Lesnar is here. Yes,
oh my goodness.
Shark
Lesnar?
Lesnar is here. Accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept
Shark
the
Lesnar.
daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisy isn't here. No.
Shark Lesnar is here, and his middle name is Game Maker. Shark Game Maker Lesnar. Holy moly, man. 1,100 bits. Shark Lesnar is here. Yeah, GM Punk. Dude, where the heck is the hacker at? Has there literally not been anything? GM Punk. GM Punk. GM Punk. Has there not been anything about the hacker tonight? Game Maker, you've been absolutely lighting it up, man, and I appreciate it so much. I really, really do, man. As I said before, though, the thing I appreciate the most is just having you here, man. I missed seeing you around for a bit. I know we can't really go out to these big events like what we were doing before, but someday, man, someday we're gonna get back to going to Raw, going to Smiggity Smack, hopefully going to a pay-per-view. What do we got? Let me change the event list. Here we go. Kaboom. There we go. All right, Game Maker, you're on the desk now. It's a little hard to see. I should have made it brighter blue. What do you think the hacker is? I don't think it's CM Punk or AJ Lee. I think it's Mustafa Ali. I've thought that since the very beginning. It's Mustafa Ali since he's been off TV for so long, and I know he's not a person who got released, so they still got him. And it seems like something he would do. He was always trying to tell people about the light and all that. So the truth, the light, it kind of goes together. I could see it also maybe being Chad Gable, but it just kind of doesn't make sense for Chad Gable. I mean, he got his head kicked off. Maybe Sheamus. Maybe all the times he lost to Sheamus messed with his brain and turned him into like a super genius, a super hacker. Maybe the brogue kick he caught, one of the brogue kicks just bruised his cerebellum just right to where it made him into like a super genius. I don't know. That's all I can really think of. I think it's I wish it was CM Punk though, dude. SmackDown could use that sort of hype. They could use that sort of just pump, you know. It would just pump up the whole show if he was behind the scenes like that.
Royal Rumble. He's won Money in the Bank, but he's never won the Intercontinental Championship. Jeff Hardy, however, has won the title 4 times in his
31st
career.
of May? I have no idea.
So here we go, Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, one-on-one.
The greatest wrestling match ever. That's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is they're doing it on purpose so that it's not even, so that they can just give us like the worst wrestling match ever.
what we've seen for years
The
and
biggest
years and
screw
years.
job. I
One
think it's
broke
just going to be a
can put
screw
your
job.
lights out, no matter how tough you are.
This
no
is
matter
the final
how good
first
your
round
legacy
matchup
is.
of the
If
Intercontinental
Sheamus
title
connects,
tournament.
It is all over for Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Hardy now side
Week
headlock
beginning
on Sheamus.
May
We saw
4th.
Jeff Hardy in action a couple of
It's
weeks ago.
supposed to
Money
be
in the Bank
WWE
kickoff
tour
show
over the
against
UK.
Cesaro. Jeff
Dang,
Hardy
man,
was
that keeps
successful
happening to you.
for
They
it.
keep
However, you brought it up
canceling
a couple
the
of times.
UK
Some ring
tours.
rust, perhaps, when it comes to Jeff Hardy.
Birmingham
Certainly
has
a
booked a week.
potential
So,
disaster
oh
if
man.
there is indeed ring rust. We didn't see much of it at Money in the Bank.
For Jeff Hardy over the
The
past
hacker is
year,
Shane.
only a handful
Shane
of
McMahon.
matches.
That would be cool.
He battled injury and, of course, his personal demons, but he's back. And
What's an idea of a
he'd love
possible
to win
screw
the
job I have?
Intercontinental
I
Championship
think
to mark his return to
Christian.
WWE.
And you
I think
and
Christian.
Jeff Hardy constantly use the term personal demons. Sheamus looks at those
I think
demons as weakness
the match
in Jeff
starts.
Hardy. The Celtic Warrior
They maybe
doesn't
wrestle
respect
for
the
like
recovery process.
I don't know,
of
45
Jeff
seconds,
Hardy.
and then
Sheamus
Christian
has
just
no
comes out and
respect
just
for what Jeff
steel
Hardy's been
chair.
through, as you can see right now.
Well, Sheamus calls
Steel
out his
chair,
personal
and
demons
then
nothing but
him
excuses
and
in the
Randy
life of
just
Jeff
do like a
Hardy.
too sweet or
Believes In
something.
many ways, Jeff Hardy cost himself what could have
Christian
been an even
returns.
better career.
It'll be
Sheamus
such
also
a
feels
huge moment on the pay-per-view,
overshadowed
way
by
huger
returning
than
Jeff
those
Hardy.
two
Sheamus
trying to put
came
on
back, was
the
expecting
greatest
to make
match
a-
of all time. It ain't happening between those two.
Sheamus
Christian.
came back expecting to
Christian
pick up
out
the
of nowhere
left
with a
off
steel chair just
the
cracks
adulation of the WWE
Edge
universe to
directly
really make a change
directly
here.
in the back,
And
and
feels that he was
ref throws the
overshadowed by
match
Jeff
out,
Hardy.
and then they spend
Jeff Hardy trying to build a little bit
maybe the
more
next
momentum.
15 seconds just
Sheamus
stomping
with a big
stomping
elbow,
Edge, and then they
driving
both
Hardy to
stand
the
up,
center of the
or
ring.
the guy
It's
who
been
does
tough for
it, like
Jeff Hardy
you can't
to
even
get
see
out
it's
of the
him until he
blocks in
takes
this
off the hood,
matchup.
and then it's
Very
Christian.
physical, very aggressive Sheamus.
And then for the next couple weeks, we get to find out why, and then all three of them fight at SummerSlam or something, or I don't know, something like that. I think that could be cool.
And Jeff hanging on
Ooh,
Sheamus
Jeff
up on
Hardy
the
with a nice
top
little
rope and buying himself a little
top
bit of
rope
time.
Desperation
neck
move by
ringer.
Jeff Hardy, but it paid off for the moment. Here comes Sheamus.
Sheamus launched up over the top rope. And
How
hit
long
hard
is Backlash
on the
going to be?
floor.
Hopefully
Now Jeff
longer
Hardy
than
in his
Money in the
wheelhouse,
Bank.
able to fly. There's the drop kick, and he drives
I think they
Sheamus
said
right
Money in
into
the
our
Bank was like
announce
their second shortest pay-per-view ever.
I don't think Jeff Hardy's finished just yet.
The unorthodox, innovative, offensive style. Wait a minute.
Oh, look
Sheamus
at
catches
Darn, barbecue
Hardy,
party.
drives him into the ring
Pool party.
post.
Look at the
Swimming
power
darts,
of the
full
Celtic
total.
Warrior.
Really?
Sheamus is not done yet.
I have to get back to you, man. I'm still,
Oh, this is gonna
I'm
be
kind
it.
of afraid. I'm kind of afraid to be outside right now. Not outside, but like amongst a lot of people. Kind of scared to do that because I do bring my mom food and stuff like that from time to time. And my mom has asthma, so she's part of that. She's part of that like target audience that is like really susceptible to the virus. So I'm kind of worried. And I mean, I could just stay away from my mom, but it's like that trade that trade is kind of tough for me to do. I don't know, man. I'll have to see. I got to see how things are going. I'm not seeing any positive upswing in this whole reopening the country thing right now. So I don't know. Gosh, I wish there was like an easier way to go about things right now. It just, I guess I could swim around in a mask. I could wear my scuba gear. Okay, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna wear the scuba gear. I'm gonna wear my scuba gear. You're gonna see me. I'm gonna walk up. I walk up to your house and I got like the full scuba gear on, the tank and the flippers. I'm like, what's up, Game Maker? Where's the pool? All right, I figured out how I'm gonna come over. I might make it, man. I might actually make it. I'm wearing nothing but scuba gear. I'll be at the bottom of the pool if you need me. Oh man. Yeah, it is good because pay-per-views have become a little bit more succinct, a little bit more to the point, I would say. So there are some things that have a silver lining to it. Overall, this is horrible. This is absolute garbage, and it sucks. So many people have died, and I just, man, it really sucks. I'm sorry to everybody who's had any sort of run-in with the virus at all. Hopefully a brighter day is coming, you know. Thing is with this, yeah, you're right about that. That's how I'm gonna come over, Game Maker. Everybody around you's gonna be like, who? What did you invited? You invited the the who'd you invite? What's the name of that YouTube channel? Oh man, it's called Brave Wilderness. You invited Brave Wilderness over here. I'm just at the bottom of the pool, hanging out. You gotta use a dry erase board and like put it in the pool. Be like, hey, you want nachos? And I'm like, bring the nachos down. Dry erase board to talk to each other. Hey, how you doing today? Oh my goodness. You share a birthday with my brother. Coworker died from last week. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's real out here. It's real. I'm sorry to hear that, Shroom Goon. There's a FCW story. Is it on the network? Really? Charlotte Flair need to be in every WWE show. Yes, please. Who wins the Intercontinental Championship Tournament? I kind of hope Daniel Bryan wins it, man. His promo at the start of things here really got me fired up for this tournament. I think he'd probably be a good person to bring the prestige to this title again. Either him or AJ. I don't know. Maybe Jeff Hardy. I could see anybody in it winning it except for Elias.
This is our final first-round matchup in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Sami Zayn cannot compete.
It's on FS1 tomorrow. Okay.
Started this tournament. The winner of this matchup will
it's real out here for. Oh, is that true, Empire? I don't know. I'm not one of them.
Continuing to dominate Hardy.
Dude, look at the bruises on Sheamus's arm. Oh, his whole arm is bruised up. Wow, look at that. Yeah, wrestling's fake. This guy who's like bigger and buffer than anybody to ever say that is wearing the scars of battle already in this match. It's fake though. This guy who could literally grab anybody who ever said that by the neck and throw them 10 feet. Is already wearing the scars of this battle, but it's fake.
The appreciation for the talent and the hard work that he puts in.
They're trying to open up the UK, but in my opinion, we're going to get a second. Oh, yeah. Dude, people are just doing ridiculousness. In fact, I ain't going back to work until at least September. What they're doing is they're absolutely just making it worse.
Oh, this time he connects, and Hardy is just down and out. And Jeff just looks a step off here tonight.
I completely agree with
you.
We
Jeff does seem to be not all in it. He's getting destroyed. Who's hyped for Double or Nothing? I am definitely hyped for Double or Nothing, man. I can't wait to see what they got in store. I feel like the build to this pay-per-view has been, I would say, almost as good as the build to Revolution. I think Revolution is their best pay-per-view they've ever done. And that's counting all the all-ins and all-outs and the last Double or Nothing and all that. I think the build and the pay-per-view of Revolution were the best they've done. But there are some really good things, especially the unveiling of the TNT Championship, Mike Tyson being there. I want to see what happens with the Stadium Stampede. I want to see what happens with Moxley. The ladder match is kind of intriguing, but I just hope people won't do too much. I don't want to see anybody get cracked up.
Take another look. The whisper.
I am definitely excited about it.
Himself
We're doing that tomorrow, actually.
Onto his opponent.
Got to get ready to go. All right, Game Maker. Thanks for hanging with us, man.
Yeah, but you see the punishment that
I'll have to get back to you on the whole get together thing, man, because I don't know, I'm just not very comfortable with all the get togethers and stuff right now.
You can see a smirk on the face.
And another one by Sheamus, continuing to punish Hardy.
And you think they care?
Savoring every
no, they don't.
second of this beatdown.
They care about their chances for re-election, and the only way they get re-elected is if all the people who vote get back to work. So that's why they're doing it. That's why all these people want to open up early, is because they don't have to worry about any of that stuff that we have to worry about.
been a merciless
literally
beating.
just people trying to secure their re-elections and their campaigns. It has nothing to do with public health or the economy.
I'm surprised Hardy even has
Thank
the
you so
ability
much,
to
Game
walk
Maker.
at
Thanks
this
for being
juncture.
here, man, and thanks for being
Jumped
Shark
out to the
Lesnar.
apron and
GM Punk. GM Punk. GM
Sheamus
Punk.
is just making an example, Corey, of Jeff Hardy.
How much is it?
Cole, why did you have
If
to
they're
get
calling it Whisper in the
involved
Wind, yes, they
first
are.
place? Look at how mad Sheamus is at you.
The AEW pay-per-view. I'm using a VPN tomorrow. I tested it out, and it already works. I made sure that it works. So I used the VPN. I went to fight, and I clicked on a bunch of like the free stuff they have, and it all played for me just fine. I'm gonna have to go back there and make sure that I'm all the way signed in, because that might mess stuff up. But I'm gonna check that out tonight, probably right after SmackDown. But on Fight, if you use a VPN, which is a virtual private network, and you set your location as the UK, it's only $20 for Double or Nothing instead of $50. So you can save yourself $30 by just doing the VPN. How much is the PS5? We don't know yet. They still haven't given us the real price. There's no official word on the price yet. There's a bunch of rumors, but I don't really work with rumors, so trust me, once I know, you'll know. Once I know, you'll know. Just stick around. My cable has it for $50. Yeah, Cameron, you just got to do the VPN. I'll if you message me on Twitter right now, just ask me. I have it installed. It costs $0 for the VPN. It's not one of those VPNs where you gotta pay per month or anything. I'll give you the exact one I got. Anybody who wants it, just direct message me on Twitter, and I'll message you all back tonight after the broadcast. You guys will get it for $20. We'll test it too. I want to test it after this to make sure it's gonna work. Save everybody in here $30. Yeah. For you, Danny, it'll only be 20 because you're already over there.
Up to the barricade.
What time is AEW tomorrow? I think it starts at 7. I gotta look. I gotta look again. Last of Us Remastered gonna be $5-10. I already got that game, Mo. That's a good price for that game.
Unorthodox offensive style of Jeff Hardy, the MO of the charismatic Enigma.
The days of play.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Oh, heck yeah. It starts at 7. Is that Eastern time?
Jeff Hardy, the risk taker, the daredevil. The human highlight reel.
Oh, here we go. No. Oh, my goodness. Sheamus got the knees up and destroys the Swanton.
Kicks it too. And finally,
Sheamus with the smart knee lift. Cracks the back of Jeff, dude. That looked horrible. Jeff put it all on the line for that one. Dude, did you see the double knees to the back of Jeff? I don't know how Jeff is kicking out of all this.
Example of the resilience of Jeff Hardy.
Oh my goodness, brogue kick just slaps the side of the head of Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's still able to kick it too.
Could not put Hardy away.
Jeff Hardy has made
I'm buying Double or Nothing right now. Yeah, I mean, that's a good price, dude. 20 is good. That's how much the pay-per-view should be, because more people will buy it. If you get 2 more people to buy your pay-per-view because it's only $20, then you've already made more money than selling it to one person at 50. Oh, he stacked him. Wow, what a roll at the end. Dude, get him. Sheamus, I need you to go get him right now. Sheamus has advanced to the next round, so it's going to be Jeff Hardy versus... did I say Sheamus? Jeff Hardy has advanced to the next round. He is going to be wrestling against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy. My goodness. And the winner of that moves on to the finals. He missed the brogue kick, and he had to deal with it. Goodness gracious. He went for the white noise. That's what he was going for. Jeff Hardy reverses his way out of the white noise. Goodness gracious. Can't have watch parties? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like getting together? Yeah, exactly. 6:30 is the pre-show. So no hacker. Yeah, I think that story's dead in the water. That story's dead, dude. I think the hacker's done. I don't think I saw one. I don't even think I saw a little glitch or anything. Did you guys even see like a little glitch or like the replay of last week's promo for the hacker? I didn't see anything. I didn't see a dang thing. Lucky for me, I don't need the VPN. Yeah, you're already over there. Yeah, I think it's done, dude. I think it's done for now. Maybe it was just a thing where like they were building it up when they had crowds, and they don't think that the reveal of the hacker is going to be as potent without a crowd or something. That's all I could think of, or maybe the person who was supposed to be the hacker decided that they don't want to work during this or something. There's got to be some sort of reason. There's got to be some sort of reason. I don't know, man. It's either it has to be something to do with this this lockdown we're experiencing. I don't know what else it could be. It's got to be that. There has to be something that happened, something that was planned that just can't happen right now. I don't know. Maybe Sami Zayn had something to do with it, because you know how they took the title off of Sami Zayn. Maybe it's Sami. Maybe Sami was supposed to be the hacker. Who knows? Either way, let's have a little talk about this. Yo, Dudley. Yo, Dudley, I've been looking for you everywhere. Where have you been, Dudley? You were the fastest thing alive? You were you were? Not anymore? You still are. Oh, all right, Dudley. Dudley's the fastest thing alive. That was pretty fast, Dudley. That was pretty fast. I saw your moves. That was. I don't know if that was the fastest thing alive, though. You think? Yo, where'd you go? Dudley? Dudley is the fastest thing alive. Where's Baby Shadow at? Thing is, the hacker might not have been on the show. Oh, that's another good point. I think we're maybe putting too much into it. I think it's probably just somebody who doesn't want to work right now, or the man-demic has stopped it. Halo, what's up, man? Halo in the building. Time for grapple chat, baby. Who the heck are Everrise? Everrise is the throw around tag team. They're basically like if you get really good lunch meat, and you get really good cheese, and you get like that really nice mustard, like the Grey Poupon type mustard, and you get like olive oil based mayonnaise and everything, and then you just buy like regular bread. Like that's Everrise. They're just like the regular bread you throw in there to like complete the equation. They're not that bad though. They're not bad at wrestling. I'm not saying they suck at wrestling or anything. I'm just saying like right now they're the equivalent to like that particular equation. Let's find out. If you watched SmackDown along with us tonight and you'd like to give your review, please type a 1 in the chat right now. I'd like to ask you guys your opinions and see what you'd give it out of 10. Okay, so if you type a 1 in the chat, that means you're ready to give me like your short little review. It doesn't have to be a run-on chapter paragraphs. It doesn't have to be all that. You could just say what you liked, maybe what could have been a little bit better, and your overall score out of 10. That way I can add them all up and we can see if they're gonna get a point. We put NXT and AEW on pause this week, which I feel is not really going to affect anything because they're already at the tip top. Plus, AEW has a pay-per-view coming up tomorrow, so they could most likely get a point tomorrow for their pay-per-view. If it's anything like Revolution, it'll definitely be a point. So you let me know. Liv Morgan is in the chat. What's up, Liv Morgan? Guys, I didn't know Liv Morgan was in the chat. Liv Morgan, welcome. Are you finding yourself? I'm glad you found yourself in our chat. Oh boy, there's a lot of ones. Holy moly. Alright, so we got the first review will be Acid Crazy. Acid Crazy. Let me know what you thought. Danny the Motor Potter will be second. Oh, I guess One Hit should be the first. No, you put an O before your name. So you'll be third. You'll be third. Let me see. Empire, you'll be fourth. And then We Rupt. You'll be next. Hi, I am Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, I am the table. Nice to meet you. I've always wondered if you would be in our stream, and here you are. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are very, very happy to see you. You should put your picture as your avatar. Why didn't you put your picture as your avatar? What about me? New Zealand, you typed 1? Oh yeah, you did. Okay, you're right before We Rupt. You're second to last. One hit, jumping the gun. You're not first, man. You gotta wait. You gotta hang on. What do I need to give a full description? No, you don't. No, please don't. And please don't. Just tell me like what you thought was like a high point of the show, what you liked, what you thought could have been better, like what is affecting your score in the way that it's not gonna be a perfect 10, and then your overall score out of 10. Let me get my calculator ready. We need the calculator. Because if you guys don't know, all these scores, they add up to give us our score in Battle of the Brands. Here it is. Here's how it's stacking up right now. Raw has 6 points. Can you believe that? Raw's in the lead. NXT has 5. NXT, the reigning, defending, 3-time Battle of the Brands champion, is starting to look a little vulnerable. AEW with 4. They could easily tie it up with NXT after this pay-per-view coming up here. And SmackDown could possibly tie with NXT tonight. This is Bizarro World, man. This is Bizarro World. I like it. Oh, Acid Crazy. Okay, here we go. Everything about the show was great, especially the 2 IC qualifying matches. I agree, dude. Both of those matches, they brought it. It wasn't like, I guess they have let everybody fight. It's just that Baron Corbin and Elias match didn't have much to it, but every other match has been pretty good. I agree with you. One thing I didn't like is how Charlotte lost to Becky. I feel like it would be better if Sasha would have came out as a distraction. Yeah, maybe they thought that was too. I don't know, too predictable or something. I don't know. You're probably right, though. Because that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. And make Charlotte win. So the relationship between Sasha and Bayley would get affected. Maybe they feel like they've teased it enough. He said 8.0. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty up there. I'm glad you liked it, man. I thought it was a fairly clean SmackDown. I definitely am gonna give you props for that. Good review, Acid. Thank you. Let me give Acid some props here. I'm gonna give you a dancing cat, a flaming snowman. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff, Acid. Thank you for your review. Thank you very much. You're 8.0. Why did I pause NXT and AEW? Because NXT and AEW erupted in fanboyism, and I don't have any time for that. People were literally sitting out of the review on purpose just to give their review later, and I'm just not having it, guys. So they're paused. Plus, I don't think NXT or AEW really delivered a show that was pushing anything really far forward. And all the people who I saw basically put their life on the line on AEW, I think they just overdid it, and I wasn't feeling it either. So I don't feel either show deserved a point anyway. So I'm glad I paused it, because people were just gonna pump up one and put down the other, and we're not here for that, guys. We're here to give praise to the shows for what they do, and what they do wrong. It doesn't mean we hate the show. It's just if we say something's off, then it's off. So they're paused. But it's whatever. But I feel like both shows, they're just throwing stuff at the wall right now on NXT and AEW. They tried way too hard, and their main title had like the weakest go home angle that I've seen in wrestling recently. So it was just not. It wasn't there, man. I ain't gonna have it. I'm glad we got to see some Dexter Lumis. I'm glad we got to see some cool stuff. Karrion Kross was awesome, but overall the show just had way too much wrestling on NXT. I watched Dynamite last night. Just wasn't in it for the go home show. I know. I think it's gonna deliver, and the fact that they tried so hard, it lets me know that they're probably going to even step it up a notch. So I just had to pause it, man. I didn't feel like either show really turned in a like write home about it. Like, what can you say happened? You know? I think for a go home show, AEW didn't bring it, and NXT is just throwing stuff at a wall right now. It makes no sense what's going on. The only thing that was like A+ about NXT was just Karrion Kross and Tommaso Ciampa guaranteeing they're gonna have a showdown. Everything else is like Kushida, like, come on, man. Let's go, you know? And half of their I mean, not half of their roster, but three different people getting injured for a go home angle on a show where you know exactly who's going to be like in the main event and all that. Like, it just wasn't necessary. So I don't know. It just didn't do it. It'd be better than last year. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Double or Nothing is going to be better than last year, and that's all you can really hope for is just improvement. But I don't know. As a go-home show, I didn't think AEW had it, and I wasn't about to let people just downgrade it or give it too many points or whatever. It was just too many arguments about fanboyism and stuff like that, and that's not what this show is about. This show's about looking at the show. Was it good? Did you like it? Was it entertaining? And that's it. So that's what we got to do. It was a good show, decent flow to it. I didn't like the attire from Mandy. Yeah, the fact that Mandy's attire got that much attention tonight lets me know that there was something a little bit off about it. I didn't peg her for a country girl like that. I'm sure some people got a super kick out of it, but to me it was a little distracting. Wrestling in a jean jacket. Don't know who was traded for AJ. The thing is, it's not like the wild card rule. It's not like that. The thing is, I think everybody has like 3 appearances per year or 5 appearances per year, from what I heard. There's something about like your amount of appearances you can do on the other show per year per superstar. I don't know the official, like the super official word on it. I don't know. We'll find out. But overall, 7.5. Expected Sasha to come out when Charlotte tried to call her out. Me too. 7.5, says Danny the Motor Potter. Ooh. All right, 7.5. AJ was officially traded to SmackDown. Was he? Really? Where'd you hear this? I didn't hear this. Where's this at? Was this on their Twitter? Where was this at? Where's this at? Where are you guys hearing this? Corbin went to Raw? Oh no. They said it twice. Well, yeah, you know I gotta mute a lot of the copywritten music, so I miss a lot of that. They just traded him straight up. Wow. For Corbin? Wow. Yo, Danny, thank you for your review, man. I did not hear that. They said it twice. Man, I missed it. Thank you guys for letting me know. I did not know that. Corbin's not officially a trade. Oh, okay, okay. So they traded him, but they didn't tell you. They didn't tell us who. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give you this, Danny. I'm giving you this. Future picks to be announced later. Okay, okay. Corbin's not officially in the trade. Danny, I'm giving you the table flip because I officially got it back. I ordered brand new cables because yesterday was horrible, dude. I actually died in Dark Souls because my controller disconnected because my USB cable is so whack. And I'm just so sick of having to sit extra close and have my laptop right here while I'm playing games and streaming, and I have to like have my arms all weird and sit a certain way to stream from my laptop while I'm playing games on the PC. So I just decided enough is enough. I ordered 2 new USB cables and 1 extension for my headset so that I can actually have the laptop over there, not have my controller disconnecting in the middle of gameplay. I just think it was time, man. And they gave me a free trial for Prime, so I got free shipping, and now I have a free subscription to give, which I'm gonna do right now. Actually, I'm gonna do this right now. Let me go here. Can I go over here? Can I do it? Yeah, hang on. Boom. Oh, it's not available yet. It's gonna take a second. All right. I can't do it yet, but dang it. Dang it, man. Well, I'll make it a surprise when it happens. Then it says I can't do it yet. I guess I have to be a Prime member for like a couple days before I can do it. But I was gonna give a subscription to somebody. We shall see. I'll get it. I got Prime as I got new PC Xbox controller. Oh yeah, dude. I need a new controller too. It isn't a trade. Oh, it's not a trade? Oh, the trade isn't there yet, or what? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm hearing 2 separate things now. If they said it on SmackDown though, I think it would be pretty official. But then again, we've heard some things on SmackDown that didn't completely turn out. So, super duper thank you for your review, Danny the Motor Potter. Your 7.5 has been added to the overall. What we do here, I'll show you guys, because there are some people who are doing reviews today that haven't done reviews in a little bit. What we do here is I add everyone's reviews up. So the 8.0, the 7.5, I'm going to add everybody's reviews up, and then we divide it by how many reviews there are. And that gives us our overall score. If the overall score for SmackDown is a 7.75 or above, the show gets a point. That's how SmackDown had those points. That's how Raw had those points. That's how NXT, AEW, that's how they had those points, is they scored above a 7.75 for that episode of the show. So that's why I'm taking people's reviews. So let's see. I think I skipped some people's reviews. I'm sorry, guys. I get wrapped up in talking about wrestling. I love it. You know what I say is legit, so I got you. Oh, for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hearing it both ways. If that is, because AJ looked like $1 million on SmackDown, it made me realize how much he should be on SmackDown tonight. I really believe in it. I think that, yo, BC, welcome back, BC. I don't know, Mo. They said it on SmackDown, apparently. We'll see, man. Why a Q-tip? A Q-tip? Where's a Q-tip? Dudley, what are you doing? Dudley, are you running around with a Q-tip? No? What's in your hand? What do you got? Dudley, come here. What is that? Dudley, take off the Sonic hat. Take off the Sonic hat for a second. Come over here. Talk to people, man. They're looking for you. Dudley, what's that in your hand? Dudley, get into the frame. Dudley. Dudley. Dudley, get in the... What is that in your hand, Dudley? You don't want to show us, do you? Dudley, come on, man. No, Dudley, come back. Come on, Dudley. What do you got? What is it? What is it? It's a Slim Jim. You said, oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Dudley, you're snapping into Slim Jims? Original flavor. Ooh, that's good. 6 grams of protein. How many grams of protein are you, Dudley? 20,000? No, that's not true. Dudley, you're not 20,000 grams of protein. I don't know space science. I know space science. You're not 20,000 grams of protein. Dudley says he's 20,000 grams of protein. $20,000 grams. That's a lot of protein, man. I don't think that's true. Sadly, we're gonna have to research this claim. I swear, if you cut another promo on me, who's got a promo? All right, who's next? Empire. Empire is next. He says, SmackDown was decent tonight. I like the Miz and John Morrison promo. Yeah, me too. I like the way they started the show. The Braun and Miz match was, it was okay. I guess it was all right. Shinsuke versus AJ Styles match was awesome. Yeah, I think it was closer to the match they should have had at WrestleMania. Way better than, yeah, that's what he said. Better than a WrestleMania match. Bayley versus Charlotte was okay. The mixed tag match was okay. The main event was awesome. Uh-oh. Empire. So what do you give it? So WWE did tweet about the AJ trade. Okay. So it's real. All right. Well, there you go. Simo, I guess your sources don't tell you everything, man. They said it on the show, I guess, so we shall see. I think that's a good trade. I think that's a perfect trade. I really hope it's not Corbin, dude. Please not Corbin. They need to trade somebody else, not Corbin, please. Trade the hacker. Trade the hacker. He ain't doing nothing here. Dudley's been roasting you all week? What? Dudley, you've been talking trash about New Zealand? Dudley, what is that in your hand? What do you got? What else you got? Dudley, you cannot eat those. People are going to think weird stuff about you. Dudley, get over here. Dudley, what do you got now? Dudley, get on the screen. 7 out of 10? Uh-oh, Empire's on his ways again. 7 out of 10. I could see how you get a 7 out of 10 out of this, actually. Your review actually is conducive to a 7 out of 10. You said a lot of stuff was just okay. Dudley, don't think I forgot about you. I'm going to give these props. Yes, I am streaming AEW tomorrow. For sure. Dudley, from the rumors I've heard, doesn't like my city of Hull. That is not true. He's never been there. He doesn't know. Ohio, what's up, man? Welcome back. That's it. I'm giving you this. I'm calling you something else. This is who you are. You're a vampire tonight. You're not Empire. You're a vampire to me. Thank you very much for your review. Your 7.0 has been added. I don't look at WWE Twitter like that. Yeah, me either. Me either, dude. I kind of try not to. Dudley, okay, all right, Dudley. What do you got? Dudley, don't try to creep. Just show them. Dudley, you're eating baconettes. Dudley, that is... People are going to think all kinds of weird stuff about you. Oh, they're traditional flavor. All right. Dudley. You're not supposed... Dudley is not terrestrial, but he's not made out of pigs. He's not made out of pigs, okay? Dudley actually is... He is space bacon, and that's just the way that he is built. Okay, he just looks like bacon. He's not actually made out of pigs. It would have been a little higher if Otis won. Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, they gotta make Sonya and Dolph look strong. It's been a little while since they've done much to make Otis kind of come off that pedestal a little bit. Otis has been riding high, so I see you. Who else we got? 205 Live show has been dude. 205 Live is always decent. One of the most disappointing things that has happened to me in streaming is not being able to stream during 205 Live anymore, because people just don't watch. People don't tune in, so I just end up sitting here and it's just like me and Halo watching 205 Live together, and everybody and their grandma goes to sleep, and it's like, dude, what? You don't like wrestling? But it's just sad, man. Sad, but I just can't stream it. Can't stream during 205. I used to do it right after Smackdown. I used to love it so much. But you know, given that's, you know, back when they had TJP and Enzo Amore and Neville and Austin Aries and stuff, so there was, I guess there was a little bit more, and even then people weren't watching, so it's like, I know people aren't watching now. Who's next? Whose review is next? Countdown to Double or Nothing. Alright, I think there's, I think we still need, I think there's still 2 more. 20,000 grandmas, no, grams. I think there's still 2 more reviews that are out there, guys, so where are they at? You, 8.0, okay. One hit with the 8.0. He says, it was good, 8.0. Hey, sometimes you just gotta get to the point, you know? The Wii View, yes, WeRupt is giving us the Wii View. It says, Smackdown was solid. Jeff winning was cool, so after getting wrecked by Sheamus. Oh my goodness. The Dolph Break Kid match was okay, but Charlotte and Bayley was oofy because of how she's being used, even though Bayley won. Oh yeah, they're really, Charlotte's on every show. I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte was the mystery ladder match person at AEW tomorrow. We're waiting for the final person, and did you hear bow out, bow, 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 bow out, bow, bow, and she comes out with her robe. Now that would be epic. That pay-per-view would immediately get like an 8.5 for me. Charlotte is the hacker too. Yep, Charlotte's the hacker. Charlotte's the mystery ladder match competitor tomorrow at Double or Nothing for AEW. Who cares? What are they gonna do? Fire her? You ain't gonna fire Charlotte. Guarantee you fire Charlotte and it's over with. She'll be the biggest babyface in all of wrestling if they fire Charlotte for that. Forgotten Sons promo was okay. I wish they would do more. I wish they would show them, like, not just standing there. It seems lazy. Like, I'm 100% for us getting to know the Forgotten Sons more, because I do think that there's money there. That team, they look like $1 million, especially Jackson Riker. I just wish they would do something more. Like, show them visiting an old folks home and, like, talking trash to some veterans, or like, not even talking trash to veterans, because they just had like a little advertisement for the military. Have them be like out in the streets doing some charity work or something, and then somebody like crosses them and does something wrong, and they just smash the dude. I think that could have been a little bit more effective than them just saying like 15 words backstage. I wish they would put some more work into the Forgotten Sons promos, because they're saying okay stuff, but it's not getting me to care about them any more than I already do. I wish they would have done something like that. Like they're helping somebody build like a shed for an old guy, like an old veteran. Like they go to his door. Okay, so early in the day, like after the Miz and Morrison and Braun thing, they show, oh, we're taking you straight to the scene where the Forgotten Sons are visiting one of our war veterans, and then they go up and they ring the doorbell, and then Mr. Jackson comes to the door, and he's an older gentleman, and he's using his walker or something, and they're like, Mr. Jackson, we're here to help you build the shed. And he's like, oh yes, you're the gentleman who used to be in the military. Yes, I was in the military. And so he's like telling them stories, and they go through the house, and his wife, Mr. Jackson's wife, comes out and offers them lemonade, and they're like, oh no, maybe later. And so they start like building the shed in the backyard, and then there's this just wacky neighbor who's like, can you keep it down over there? We're trying to social distance, and you're making me come over to the fence. And so it's like this like, and it's like a developmental dude, so he's kind of buff, but he's just talking trash. He's like, keep it down, your hammering is messing up my stuff that I'm doing, whatever, it's a barbecue or something. And then they're like, what? Alright, yeah, we'll keep it down. And then they start hammering even harder, and the guy's like, what? And so he climbs the fence. He's like, what are you doing? And then they just like destroy that guy and throw him through the fence. That could be more fun and get me more on like the Forgotten Sons train than them just sitting backstage saying, oh, now your blood will be on our hands. Like, yeah, what the heck, man? I think that could have been cool. But what do I know? AJ Nakamura was better than Mania 34, which is what they owed us as a universe, dude. I mean, owed is a strong word, but it's definitely nice. Hacker Thing and Braun is just oofy. 7.3 out of 10. 7.3. I like that. I like that range right there. We rubbed. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. We rubbed. Good review. I think that would be a fun way for them to get us interested in the Forgotten Sons. Way more than just 15 words backstage. We rubbed. I'm giving you. What am I gonna give you? Since you were the last review, besides mine, I'm going to give you a bunch of number ones, okay? I'm going to give you a bunch of number ones since you're always the last review. It sucks alphabetically that you got to be last, but I got to put people in order somehow, you know? Thank you, We Rubbed. So your 8.0. No, 7.3, sorry. 8.0 was the one before you. There you go. Yeah, you're 7.3. 7.3 has been added. So it's all up to me. Or is there one more? That's 5 reviews. Yeah, I think that was everybody. Is there anybody I'm missing? I don't think I'm missing anybody on YouTube. Elijah did not give a review this time. Elijah, really? Elijah, you're good. You're good, man. You got some good reviews. Oh, I did not read yours. Okay, there you are. The Suns promo was cool. Braun thinks he's Omega. And why? How does he think he's Omega? I think he's less corny than Omega. Only one women's match, not too bad. There was 2 women's matches. There was the mixed match and there was the Bayley's match. Main event killed it. It was good. AJ Nakamura match was better than a WrestleMania match, 6.7. So why is it a 6.7? What made it a 6.7? What minus 3.3 off the score if all that was good? What was bad? I'm missing the minus. What minus? What brought it down to a 6.7? Ugh. That's horrendous. 6.7. What happened? 6.7 is good in your eyes, but that's not the ratings here though. The ratings here are like a 5 is a regular SmackDown. Like the SmackDowns we were getting for, I'd say, most of 2019, those just like repetitive Roman and Corbin over and over again SmackDowns, and just Robert Roode coming out every now and then with Dolph, and Bayley just cutting little promos with Sasha next to her, and just that round and round stuff. That's a 5. That's a middle of the road, just average everyday SmackDown. A 6.7 would be like, oh, we got a title match plus that. So I think your rating scale and how we rate stuff here is just like the calibration is off. We gotta calibrate, okay? Something worse than just the Corbin monotony that we saw would be like a 4 point something, but like 5 is the super middle of the road where it's just a regular SmackDown where nothing of worth happens, no title shots, no tournaments, no nothing. 6.7 is like I said, maybe like if we would have just got like one of these title matches and the whole storyline between Sheamus, or not title match, but the tournament match, Sheamus and Jeff happened, but AJ and Shinsuke didn't happen. We didn't get any progression in the Otis thing. There was no fun little Miz and Morrison segment. It was just Miz TV with a interview that breaks down like normal. I don't know, man. But hey, you want to give it a 6.7? You got it. It's your review. I'm just trying to let you know, like that's a little on the low side. But a 6.7, you got it. The agenda, dude. There's no agenda. I hate when people say this stuff to me. I hate when people say that stuff to me. I am not a fanboy. There is no agenda. I literally watch everything. I give everything its props. 6.7 is just a little on the low side for me when it comes to these reviews. It's to the point where I just got to let people know, like, if 5 is the middle of the road, then this would be on like the better than normal side for sure. It's not a 10, that's for sure. But I gotta let people know what the calibration is. All right, that way we don't end up with these shows getting like 4.5s and stuff just because your favorite wrestler didn't win or whatever. Like, there's no agenda. All right. Don't ever tell me that. Like, that's so insulting to me when people tell me that. Because I sit here, like, I literally watch more wrestling than most people. And I put together review shows so that everyone gets a chance to talk about it. And I honestly review so many different wrestling companies. I do not bring any agenda into this. I don't work for WWE. I have no investment in their company. I don't own stock. They don't own me. Like, I just literally sit here and just try to give you guys a good show. So please don't tell me that. Don't say that. All right? I'm just trying to help people to understand what the rating scale should be. Like, 5 is middle of the road, just nothing happened, nothing to write home about, nothing to talk about. But I gotta let people know what the scale should be like, because if I don't, then people won't know. People won't know what I'm talking about. They'll be like, "Oh, why did this get a 6?" And then I'll tell them why. So please, no. Hey, it's fine. It's fine, man. I'm not saying you can't give it a 6.7. I just, when I see that rating, I gotta be like, okay, so what what was the minus? Like, what brought it down that far? I want to know what made it 3.3 points from, like, the top. Do they need more star power? You didn't like the match outcomes? You found the storylines boring? Like, what is bringing it down that far to you? Because if somebody does that to AEW, I got to say the same thing. If somebody does that to NWA, I got to say the same thing. If somebody does that to, we watch a Rocky Mountain Pro episode, I got to ask you the same thing. Like, what brought it down that much for you from a good show? That's the question. What brought it down that far is my question. But the 6.7 is added. There's no problem with that score. You do whatever you want. You say whatever you want. I just got to tell you what the normal, the spread is normally. 5 is middle of the road, like just a regular, average, everyday SmackDown. What brought it down that far? Minus was the mixed tag match, and there was no Bray. Yeah, no Bray definitely hurts. No Bray definitely hurts the show, dude. Because that star power is still an issue. That's something that I always bring. That's something I always talk about. The star power on SmackDown is it's tough, man. But with them trading AJ, that's a great idea. That was an incredibly good idea. And I don't know, does that mean they're gonna start trading people, guys? Do you think they're gonna start just trading people now? Like, this is the start of a rollout of trades? Add the Funhouse, yeah, that would have helped too. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. They're gonna start trading people. It's like I said before. They gotta start doing drafts after WrestleMania. A year is long enough. Okay, a year is long enough for someone to be on one brand. If it works, it works. Leave them there. If it doesn't work, switch them up. Let's get these people some ability to actually make some sort of splash where they're at. Should the Fiend head to Raw? No. No. Like I said, SmackDown has a star power problem. You don't want to take him out of the equation. Oh my goodness. Yo, Ohio? Upgrades? Oh my goodness. Dude, Ohio, thank you so much. The newest member of Team Gritty. They need to draft the hottest talent. Leon Ruff, yes. Dude, Ohio, thank you so much, dude. The newest. And let me give the props to New Zealand for his review. I'm going to give you oh, I'm going to give you some flaming picnic baskets and some fish. You got that hot lunch. You got that hot lunch. Dude. New Zealand, thank you for your review. Your 6.7 has been added. I just want dream matches. Yeah, but that's an anti-dream match because somebody has to lose in that case. That's literally an anti-dream match. You're gonna deflate somebody. Bray has lost enough, dude. And Drew he's on extra fire right now. You know who's gonna win that match. That's an anti-dream match. You're gonna deflate one of them. That ain't a dream match right now. That's setting somebody up to the slaughterhouse. You don't want, and plus that takes star power away from SmackDown. SmackDown is in desperate need of somebody to hold that show down and make it look like Raw does right now. Raw's got Drew. They got Randy. They got Edge. They had AJ. They got oh my goodness. They got the whole entire Zelina Vega squad. They got Seth. They got Buddy. They got Alistair. They got even Apollo right now. Who else they have? Asuka, they got Kyrie, they got Shayna, they got just like they're super stacked right now with star power. And plus, whenever Brock wants to come back, they got Brock. They have so much right now on Raw that's just, you add to that, it takes away from SmackDown, who's already like, yo, who we got? We got a bunch of good wrestlers, but where's the star power? You know, where's the star power? You got Bray. You got Daniel Bryan if they just decide to use his star power over his wrestling potential, but it looks like right now they're on that wrestling potential thing. They got Baron and Jeff and Sheamus. I wouldn't even call Bayley star power. Maybe Sasha. I wouldn't call Mandy star power either. I wouldn't call Otis star power. They got a good storyline, but it's not star power. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's not you're not gonna just go there to see Otis. You know, you're not gonna tune in to see Otis. You're gonna have fun with it, but it's not gonna be the whole thing. All right, Orexu, thanks for hanging out, man. So yeah, trade Raw. Oh, Naomi, that'd be good. That'd be kind of good, especially since they're gonna treat her like they've been treating her. Yes, you got a hot lunch. Very hot lunch. Many of them. I watched SmackDown to see Lacey. Yeah, they didn't even show Lacey tonight. There was no Lacey. I don't know, man. I don't know. Overall, let's see. I've pretty much told everybody what I kind of thought about this show. How would I fill in the blanks here? What would I fill in the blanks with? What's the lack of the hacker sucked? I don't know. I just feel like that's over with. It's not a minus for the show itself, but it could have helped. I like Sonya and Dolph actually picking up the win tonight, because it puts somewhat of a end to that honeymoon type of period that Otis has been having. He's been having such like a top of the world thing that just a win here, I feel like it would have made it so Sonya and Dolph might have dropped down further than what this is going to drop down Otis and Mandy. I don't think they're going down at all or very much from losing here. I also, like I said, I'm 100% behind them working to put, how do I put it? Working to put the Forgotten Sons more into our minds and not just being a tag team that fights people. What else? AJ and Shinsuke. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. I liked it. Jeff Hardy picking up the win. He caught a hellacious beatdown, though, man. I don't know what type of story they're trying to tell here. Are they trying to say that he's like kind of washed up, but he's smart at wrestling? I don't know, man. It looked weird to me the way that they treated it. Yo, Ohio with the host too. Thank you for the host, man. I don't know, man. Are they trying to make Jeff Hardy look like he's just not as good at wrestling anymore, but he's got ring smarts? I don't know if that's the best way to send him out. So I can't say that I particularly loved this match here, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. It could have turned out to just be a Jeff Hardy wins easily. Still kept Sheamus looking strong, but it just kind of undermined what Jeff Hardy should be able to do if he's going to actually have a good run. But, you know, Sheamus has been a beast, so maybe they're trying not to overdo the victory. The greatest match ever told or whatever stuff needs to It needs to go somewhere. I really don't like that that advertisement stuff, but I'm thinking that it could be a swerve. It could be a way for us to be like, all right, let's see, let's find out, and then everybody watches the match, and then they turn the storyline on its head. I think that's the perfect thing to do. Yo. Yeah, we got more hosts? Thank you for the hosts, guys. I don't know. I don't know, man. That whole greatest match ever thing. Ugh. Cameron, what do you think? Because you asked me what I thought about them having a swerve here. Do you also think there could be a swerve, or is there some other way? Or is there some other way that you think it could turn out? Because you seemed intrigued when I said that it was going to be a swerve or like a screw job type of thing. Do you have a theory on that? Or what did you think of my theory on that? I'd like to know either way. Yes, you do get a wrestler for being subscribed. You get a GSL character, which is a Gritty Subscriber League character. I'd like to know. I'd like to know what is the other side of that coin, or what you think could happen there. Sadly, I think it's a legit line they want to push. Oh no, you really think so? But I do hope you're right and there's a swerve, dude. If they try, the thing is, like, oh gosh. Oh my goodness, dude. Don't spam the chat, dude. Don't spam the chat. I'm gonna remove one of your messages so that you know that I see you, man. Just please don't spam the chat. There's no reason to do that. You know what? If there were two people who could at least try to do it, I guess these two. I mean, you saw how much Edge. Like I'm trying so hard to fool myself into thinking that it's gonna happen, but oh my god, dude. Randy is not famous for putting on great matches. Like he's clean, he's smooth. He's basically like the guy you want making your sushi, or the guy you want making your dinner. Like he doesn't try to show off. He doesn't try to like, hey, I surprised you. Can you tell what I put in there this time? Like he's not that guy. You know, I don't want a chef who's like staring at me with a funny face while I'm eating, and I'm like, and he's like, you taste that? And I'm like, taste what? What did you do? Like, Randy's not that guy. He's the guy you just want to make your favorite meal. You just want him to make your favorite meal and just do it right. You know, that's it. Not somebody's going to cook you the greatest 12-course meal, but he's a guy who will deliver exactly what you ordered. And sometimes do it in like a slow fashion. And Edge, I mean, who knows what he could do? We've seen him in a Royal Rumble, which is a match where you're like, you know, you're protected by a lot of people around you, so you can look good just because you get like 3 spots that are going to be so extra over the top, and then you don't really have to wrestle a full match. And then he had a match that wasn't even really a match; it was more of just like a brawl. And as long as you can throw a few punches or remember where to go, you can put on a pretty okay backstage brawl, which is what they had. So maybe there's like a surprise factor that Edge could throw in. I don't know, man. I just Finn Balor, yeah. Finn Balor is that type of dude. Just you get what you order. He's not gonna like jump out the gym and surprise you with some sort of moonsault out of nowhere. Why am I not streaming? Why am I not streaming 205 live? I'm not sighing about your question. I'm sighing about people spamming the chat. I don't stream 205 live because people don't watch 205 live, or at least people don't. I don't want to even take it there. People just don't watch 205 live, so I have to go where the people are, man. If it were up to me, I'd stream a lot of different stuff that I don't stream, but I got to go where the people are at, and I'd rather do this review show and have people participate than watch 205 live and have one person in the chat Rated RKO, yeah. I think that is the perfect outcome for this is rated RKO. Used to being let down lately. Yeah, that's why I think that they're over promoting it is because they're going to go completely separate direction. I really hope that that's what's up. But yeah, rated RKO is probably the greatest way for it to turn out. So maybe that too. I really can't see Edge or Randy turning in the greatest wrestling match ever, especially not at their ages and not with their movesets. I don't think their movesets mesh in a way that we'd get the greatest wrestling match ever. But wouldn't it be a surprise if we did? I mean, there's always going to be. I'm gonna reserve like a 5% hope that maybe they can pull it off, and maybe it's been their plan since the very beginning, and maybe they've been thinking about a way to book it to where it will just be the best wrestling match ever. I don't know, but I'm gonna reserve about 5% hope for that, and I'm gonna do about 75% chance that it's just a swerve and it's gonna be like a 5-second match, and then what do I got? 20% left. 20% that that it's just an okay match that we'll all forget about after like a week or two. That's all I could think. But basically, my review of SmackDown, I'm gonna give it a 7.0. I really think that this was close to the 6.7 you gave it. I just wanted to know why you went that low, and for me, it went that low because the jokey Braun does not work for me. The lack of Hacker, I said it doesn't affect the show, but it doesn't help the show either. And with a show that I've repeatedly for months said is lacking star power, it's lacking that oomph. You need something like the Hacker, and it doesn't exist. So I'm not saying the lack of Hacker is something that has diminished the show. I'm saying that the lack of anything that is outlandish in any sort of way besides the matches, it just detracts from the overall score. On top of that, the Otis and Mandy thing, I feel like them having a match is not what we're looking for from that storyline at the moment. I feel like they threw that match together just so people would be like, oh, hey, they're going to meet face to face. And then there was no delivery on any sort of storyline, which is the reason we care about these particular athletes at this time. We don't care about Mandy because she's the best wrestler. We don't care about Otis because he's the best wrestler. We don't care about Dolph. Okay, we might care about Dolph because he is a really good wrestler. And Sonya is getting better, but the reason we're checking into this is for the story. We want to know more about these people and the story. The match itself did not deliver the reason we care. Okay, most of us care about this particular arrangement of superstars because of the story. So give us that. So that's a fall short type of thing because none of them are going to blow the roof off the place except for Dolph, and that just didn't happen tonight. AJ and Shinsuke, I still feel could have been better. I feel like they should have built up to that. That should have been a main event. That should have been a main event, but they're still pushing this Jeff Hardy thing, which is great. I'm glad, but if you're gonna push Jeff Hardy like that, make him win with a handy hand. You know, make him win with a good performance. It looked like he just eked out a win. He won with a roll up, and he got his whole face and body wrecked for like almost all the match. Like he didn't look dominant. Which is one heck of a way to tell a story, I guess. But if the story they're telling with him is he's lost a step, which is what they were saying on commentary. He's lost a step. He looks a little out of it. He's got ring rust. Like all the stuff they were saying on commentary team, that does not build a good SmackDown to me. It might be a good story, but for tonight, did not hit the nail on the head for me. So there were good things. Miz Morrison, the fact that Braun is still even champion is good, I guess, and I hope he continues to do good things on his mic work and just entertainment value besides just slamming semi trucks on people and stuff. Overall, I gotta say, like they lost 3 points because the star power is not there, and everything that I watched for was not represented besides just some good wrestling here and there. And good wrestling does not make a full-on great show, as I've said many times for AEW, and I've said many times for other promotions. If all we wanted to watch was good wrestling, then we'd be watching actual wrestling. This is sports entertainment. All right, and the storylines just were not there tonight. Besides Sasha and Bayley, and that even that kind of backtracked. So it's like we're back at square one with Sasha and Bayley now. nothing happened. Like, there was no dissension between them. She just said, hey, stay backstage. And then she stayed backstage. She did what she was told. Then Bayley won the match. And then she came backstage, and Sasha and Bayley just hung out. So we're right back where we started. I'm glad Charlotte took a loss, but what the heck? There's nothing got pushed forward in any reasonable or exciting or interesting way tonight, and that puts it like right next to a normal SmackDown. With, if the matches wouldn't have been so good, this probably would have been like a 5 or a 6. So got to give it a 7.0. These are my reasons. That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking so hard. Like, why are you giving it a 6.7? Is because I was like, dude, yeah, I'm probably gonna give it like a 7. Because I wanted to know like what your reasons were, what you guys' reasons were. But I really think this SmackDown was fun. It had a good flow to it. Overall, the flow of the show kept it exciting, kept it fun. So I didn't have a bad time. I'm not saying it was a bad show. It's just far short of like the spark that I'm looking for to be like, yo, did you see SmackDown? So yeah, 7.0. Let's add them up. Let's find out. Braun's about to get wrecked. I don't think Braun's gonna lose. I kind of don't want it to be a swerve. Me either, dude. I want it to just be a good match, but like the probability of that is so. I could see if it was like Edge and Dolph, or Edge and AJ or something, but Randy, it's like, dude, is Randy really gonna? Come on, is it? Bryan versus Jeff, who's winning next Friday? Ah, man, that's tough. That's a tough one, dude. That is a tough. Oh man. With the way that Daniel Bryan has been wrestling, I'd say Daniel Bryan. He's been the better wrestler, you know? Jeff has this grit to him, and this like, I'm here to just cap this career off the right way. So he's got this fury to him, and this comeback status that's a little higher than most wrestlers right now, but I feel like the wrestling aspect is definitely in Daniel Bryan's favor. And on top of that, that promo that Daniel cut at the start of this tournament really has me like, I don't know, man. I'd kind of like Daniel Bryan to win the whole thing, because I feel like he could bring that prestige, but so could Jeff. Dude, that's such a, man, that's such a tough question. I don't know. I just got to say I don't know. All I know is I'm tuning in, which is great. Isn't it nice to just not know? Isn't it great to not have your world champion versus some henchman who doesn't matter? Isn't it nice to just not know who's going to win for once? I like that. I like that a lot. I like that feeling, because it's like, dude, I just got to watch. I just got to watch. I like that a lot. You think Sheamus is going to cost him? Probably. Switchblade and Tanahashi is one of the greatest wrestling matches ever. Yes. They killed it. They killed it. But that's what it takes, you know, in today's environment, today's wrestling environment. You got to put on something like Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan, or you got to put on something like Switchblade versus Tanahashi, or you got to put on something like Pac versus Kenny Omega. You got to put on something of that level to get people to jump out their seat and say, yo, that might be the best match I've seen. And I just don't know. I don't know, man. Edge just came back, and he hasn't really had a chance to prove himself inside of a wrestling ring. So who knows? I really hope it's not a swerve, but because if it's not a swerve, we get to see the greatest wrestling match ever, you know. So of course I hope that they're telling the truth, but I just the way that they're pushing it, it just seems like the classic WWE. Yeah, it's gonna be the best, and then you see it, and it's 5 seconds. So let's add these up and let's find out. Did SmackDown get a point? This is going to be close. If they get a point, this is going to be close. Let's do it. Here we go, guys. Oh, where's my calculator? There we go. All right, so we have an 8.0, a 7.5, a 7.0, an 8.0, a 7.3, a 6.7, and a 7.0. I don't think they're getting it. That adds up to a 51.5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ratings, dude. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for bringing your reviews. It is 7.35. Oh, just a little under. 0.4 under. Dang. Just a little under, man. They missed it by 0.4. There you go, guys. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, dude. I think overall probably a 7.3. That's what's really cool about doing these shows is you get to see the average. And the average is a 7.3, so maybe I was a little low, and maybe some people were a little high. I like that 7.3, man. That 7.3 sounds really good to me. That 7.3 might be the money mark. The money spot. 6.7 did it? No, it wasn't just a 6.7. Anything below a 7.75 is going to bring the average down. So it was basically everything but the 2 8s. Anything below a 7.75 is going to bring them below a 7.75. It's gonna tug them towards that. I like it, man. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair right there. I think it's a very fair rating. They handed in great wrestling performances tonight. It's just where they fell short, I feel, is the storytelling. Some better storytelling definitely would have profited for this show and brought them up. Absolutely. Nail in the coffin. Hey, I mean, SmackDown has been a great show recently. No denying that SmackDown has been better since the lockdown, dude. The promos have been better. The wrestling matches have been really good. The return of Jeff Hardy has helped them. Sheamus being in here kicking people's heads off. The hacker angle, the Otis and Mandy thing. They have a lot of good stuff. It's just the misuse of Cesaro, Shinsuke, Sami Zayn not being around with the title, Braun being kind of corny with his, not even kind of corny, just Braun being corny, but still better. The lack of Bray Wyatt, the lack of Wyatt having a central position on the show, Bayley being just an unlikable heel that doesn't really bring much to the show. She's getting better with her character, but there's so many reasons why SmackDown is like losing more than it's gaining sometimes. They just got to find a way to better utilize the epic talent they have, because they have so many great superstars, and they need to make them appear bigger, and they got to sign somebody, man. They got to bring somebody in and bring somebody back, because look at what MVP has done. You see what I'm talking about with the star power thing? Somebody like MVP, somebody he's not, I can almost guarantee you there's not one person in this chat room right now who's going to say MVP is their favorite wrestler of all time. He's not that big of a star power, but he brings that, like, yo, MVP is back? Like, he brings that, and that's all they need. SmackDown needs somebody like that, and John Morrison should have been that stuff. But they chose to use him to revitalize a stale tag division, and how good has that done for them? It's fun here or there, but it's not enough to really make you want to watch. You know, they need to sign somebody, bring somebody back. There are probably 52 wrestlers sitting at home right now just wishing they had a job that they could sign. And that's why I say something like Christian could really help the company as a whole. Especially if they can skip brands. He could be on SmackDown and just start destroying people. Make Christian a credible threat. That could be good. Who could they sign, guys? Who do you think they could sign? Who would you bring back? This is my next question. Bring back RVD, yeah. Okay, RVD is a good choice if he's healthy. Because like I said, I hear that they were gonna bring him back, but his eye is messed up. Who would you guys bring back? I'm asking this to everybody. Everybody in here, who would you bring to SmackDown to bring that oomph, like that star power back? And if you say The Rock, I won't disagree with you, but we know that's not going to happen. Somebody plausible. Who would you bring? RVD is a really good choice. Stu Bennett, CM Punk, yeah. Dude, CM Punk all day. Oh my god. Stu Bennett would be good, especially if they book him right. If they make him just like a super threat. If he shows up wearing a suit and just smashes somebody, you know, like we're in the middle of watching something and he just clocks both guys. And he's wearing a suit, looking fresh. Like as a pay-per-view goes off the air or something, and then he shows up on SmackDown the next week. Like, that's right. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. All this chit-chat you've been doing is over now. Bullhammer's Braun, yeah, something like that. Somebody needs to step up to Braun besides The Fiend. The Fiend needs to go after somebody else. I absolutely despise The Fiend after the main title stuff because he's so much more than that. He's so much more than that. It's like watching a member of the Harlem Globetrotters talking all day about how he eventually wants to play alongside LeBron James. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. You want to play alongside LeBron James, all right? But you're epic. Do you understand? Like, you're doing better stuff than LeBron right now. Can you just do what you're doing? Because you're better than that. Okay? You're doing cool stuff. Just, we're here to see you. That's what it feels like when I hear The Fiend is going after the title. It's like, what? Dude, he's The Fiend. Why does he care about this piece of leather? Big Show, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Big Show. I feel like that kind of sucks the hype out to begin with. I mean, there's a way they could book him to be that threat for sure. They could book him to be that threat, but I feel like the bump down that it would get by him being the guy they introduce as that next guy would almost suck the hype out of the rest of the show too. And then they'd have to build up from that point. Like, they're already here. They introduced Big Show. So many people will be like, Big Show. And then they're going to have to build back up to where they were and then build up from there. So, I don't know, man. They could. He could be a threat. Or, what if the Big Show is someone's manager? What if the Big Show introduces a brand new big guy? Or if the Big Show introduces somebody who's like from the past who he's always loved and now he thinks it's the time. I could see maybe Big Show as a manager position or that like that muscle that could you imagine if CM Punk came back and Big Show was like his hired muscle to make sure that nobody touches CM Punk? I would watch SmackDown intently. I would literally be counting the hours. I would be like, yo, SmackDown's coming on in 26 hours, guys. You know that? 26 hours from now. If CM Punk came back and he had Big Show as like the bodyguard muscle so that people just can't even try to touch CM Punk, oh my goodness. That could be fresh. To where it's like, even if you don't like Punk, you can't really do anything about it because you're just going to get chokeslammed. That would be fresh. Austin Aries, Matt Sydal. I gotta look up some Matt Sydal stuff. I hear a lot about him, but I don't really know anything about him. Austin Aries, oh my god, dude. I mean, he could be the biggest heel in the company, that's for sure, because people genuinely don't like him. He's a good... He could be a good fit, but I don't think he's gonna add that star power. They'd really have to work hard to build him. CM Punk, Austin Aries, and Big Show, dude, that could be unstoppable right there. That could be unstoppable. CM Punk, Austin Aries, and Big Show, and they just start locking everything down. Oh man, I could see that. But definitely CM Punk. CM Punk is the most I would say a lot of these suggestions have been good, but CM Punk is the most plausible to bring the type of star power I'm talking about. I'm talking about that star power, guys. I need that, you know, that dude who's going to step in and just do it. I also think Beth Phoenix, she looks more like a Raw superstar to me, but Beth Phoenix could really hook up this women's division. Brian Cage. think Beth Phoenix, if they added Beth and CM Punk, SmackDown would be the A show immediately. Immediately. I think Beth Phoenix can just come off this announce table and just start hooking this stuff up because it's getting extra stale with the same old on top, man. I really like the direction that the women's tag team division seems to be going in right now, but the singles division is just so, like, who cares? You know? I would start caring if they had Beth Phoenix stepping onto Raw or stepping onto SmackDown or stepping down to NXT, stepping off the announce table. It's this easy. All you do is you have Charlotte. Charlotte does like a I don't know, like a powerbomb spot on the table, and Beth Phoenix gets hit by somebody's foot or something, and then she's mad at Charlotte, and then Charlotte slaps her, and then we get that at like Takeover or something. And we get Charlotte versus Beth Phoenix. That's money, man. And then she follows Charlotte to all the shows. Like, that's why they started putting Charlotte on all the shows, is because Beth Phoenix is gonna start following her everywhere to destroy her. Dude, that could be fun for weeks. John Cena major heel. Oh my god, dude. You see, Cameron's got some good ideas here, man. I like this. Yeah. Gosh, man, who's out right now? That's so good. I absolutely love these ideas, man. I think some sort of faction with CM Punk at the top, to where you can't touch him, would be so best for business right now. I think CM Punk by himself would be very flimsy. I think he would cut cool promos, but the people who are on SmackDown besides him, I feel like they gotta have something else to deal with, not just him. I feel like it's too accessible at that point, because he won't be champion right away. So it'll just be like, oh, I don't like you, CM Punk, here I am. I don't like you, CM Punk, here I am. It'd be like, there'd be no building action. It'd just be like, whoever doesn't like Punk would just be right there. But if he had somebody like Big Show, or he had somebody like Austin Aries or something, then you'd have to actually go through that person to even get to Punk. So there'd be a build, and he'd be able to stand behind somebody and really build that heel persona as he's just talking trash with a bodyguard. I think that'd be so fresh. OG Nexus, authority style faction, something like that. Yo, an authority on, but not Shane McMahon, not Shane, but something like that. Yeah, an authority style thing with CM Punk. But it's not even he's an authority, but he's going to be an authority because he's the hacker. You know, maybe make him the hacker for sure. I mean, that could help. If he's the hacker, then he's not an authority, but he can do whatever he wants on the show. So he basically is running the show. Like, you don't get to do anything without him being like, all right, I think that could be good. That would help so much, because the show just lacks a proper thing to actually tune in for me right now. Like, I mean, Bray Wyatt, yeah, but where is he, and what is he, and what's going on with him? These things that we have just told them about will definitely make SmackDown a must-see show. I love it, man. I love it. Penelope versus Chris Statlander. Oh, so they replaced Britt. Yeah, Britt's injured. Britt's done, dude. That sucks. I told you, man. They went too hard. I told you guys when it was happening. AEW went way too hard, and that's the problem with their style of wrestling. You're always gonna have injuries. Look, Darby Allin's been out for like half of the existence of AEW, and now you got Britt Baker. She's probably gonna be out for months, and she was basically the best thing the women's division had. They gotta tone it down a bit, man. And I know it's gonna make the people who are their fans mad, but like, is your attention span really that low that you can't deal with a match that doesn't have 5 finishers? Like, I'm sure you can make do with 2. All right. How about you let these people be healthy? How about you don't have a guy jumping off the top rope to the outside and landing directly on his back from 15 feet up in the air? How about you don't have that? Isn't it more important that we have healthy wrestlers so they can live to fight another day than just go all out and, yeah, that was the best Dynamite ever, and then guess what? Now it's the worst Dynamite ever because it's where you lost so many of the people who mattered. And that's going to keep on happening, dude. It's going to keep on happening because the style of wrestling they do is built to wrestle one match a month, like what they did on the Indies. It's not built to wrestle every Wednesday and do all that. Your body can't handle it, man, because wrestling's not fake. Especially the stuff they do in AEW. That stuff ain't fake at all. They got to stop, man. They got to stop. Their crowd's still going to love them, man. They're still going to get the same viewers. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Ohio has been killing it tonight. Oh my goodness. It's Ohio Mania. Ohio, I'm giving you the full squid. Ohio Mania. Dude, incredible. Says I'm liking the stream, dude. I'm glad. I appreciate you being here, man. But that's the review. That's it. I mean, we've already crossed over into talking about like what AEW's up to, so I know that the SmackDown review is over with, but just closing statement, SmackDown was not bad tonight. One of the things that I need people to understand about Grapple Chat is we're not saying a show is bad if it doesn't get a point. It's just not a show that you would phone home about and you would mark the date and 10 years from now we'd be like, yo, let's go back and watch that episode, you know? Most of this is about like the exceptional episodes, because I feel like the exceptional episodes, they build that momentum so hard that you could say that a certain season of wrestling belonged to a certain promotion. So please don't take it as this was a bad SmackDown. I don't think this was a bad SmackDown at all. Like honestly, I would trade this AJ Styles and Shinsuke match for the one we got at WrestleMania, and that should say something. What happened tonight was better than a WrestleMania match that two of the greatest had. There were good things about this. It was not a bad show. It just, to me, they're missing a gigantic piece of what makes the show must-see, besides just the wrestling. There's more to sports entertainment than just wrestling. So there you guys have it. That's the review. That's the awesomeness. Please stick around. We are not done tonight, guys. This is just the end of the wrestling review show. We're going to move on. I'm going to be playing one of two games, and you guys are going to be in charge of what I play first. So, please stick around. That was the chat.